Oh my God. You can feel the storyteller energy on this fucking boat.
Well, we're getting there. So, we left off. You guys, I mean, nothing really happened. You escaped. You fought a little bit. Um, yeah, I mean, it was pretty low key session.
Scott.
Met some cool
You-
people, I guess. Okay, but no. In the middle of the battle for the first war in the Holy War that is happening, you guys were stuck in the middle of an arena, somewhat safe, except for the Inua referee who was able to get in, unlike anybody else, and he's one man who isn't like a level 20th character, but still there was a lot of blood. Ulfgar got possessed by his deity, as did everyone else. All the other NPCs, everyone in the world who is a cleric or paladin, someone who uses holy magic as their source of power. The entire world. So many places are turned upside down by this little tidbit. Luckily, though, religion had been kind of going down in the past a little bit, so it isn't like every single city has an entire third of its population that are clerics. But it is enough to cause some damage. Anyway, fighting Inua, you managed to get him down, and he pled for mercy, which you gave. Um, and he managed to get his mind back um, through a sacrifice that you learned about later. However, someone else came into the inner, shattering the dome of protection you had inside of there. Mallory, who had turned into a sort of
Avatar for
avatar
the.
of the god of love, of beauty, soon. So, with Anua's help, you guys managed to bring her down and stop her from becoming a full avatar of Soon. Uh, Sort of like, oh, if you get beat by these, what? I can't really trust you to beat some of the other foes. Um, and in that moment of Mallory being freed of her uh, possession, the last bits of Soon channeling through her. One part went to Hope in cursing him, and the other part, Mallory's sanity, went to Ulfgar, who died. That's a little bit that happened there, and managed to revivify him before he passed away. And speaking of Ulfgar, remember we are going to have to add the death penalties to your character for the next little bit.
I believe that's only for reincarnation, right? Is it for
I,
Revivify as well?
so Revivify, I don't believe has the downside because of the short time period,
I
if I
believe
remember
Resurrect.
correctly.
I've
Yeah, I believe Resurrect and
usually
Reincarnation have it.
I've usually ran it that way, but I mean it doesn't matter because it takes about 3 or 4 days to come back to
Mhm.
life, and it's going to be 4 days of sailing. So,
Gotcha.
um, yeah, we'll see about that later. But
Do we usually run Revivify where it does provide those penalties? Just for future reference.
I will think about it. I've always
Okay.
played it that way, but we'll see.
Because in this case, it
Cause
matters little,
yeah,
but
I'll think about it over
moving
the
forward.
week and let you guys know.
Okay.
I
Uh,
believe it's Raised Dead. Yeah, Raised Dead is the one that starts taking the bad stuff.
I don't know. Death is little problem.
That is only the beginning.
Yeah. Um, yes. So Mallory revivified Ulfgar, and the avatar of Soon cursed Hope to have a lot less charisma and other parts of the curse that you guys haven't really discovered yet. Um, After that, you guys managed to. I mean, you lived, and the guards brought down the few fanatics that were destroying the arena. Per principal Planumbra's order. You don't know how, you don't know why, but now Planumbra is the principal of the Creel Defense Academy.
Acting principal, not my principal. Hashtag.
Former vice principal. um, yes, so that's a bit of a problem. You escaped her because all she wanted was Inua, personal reasons and because he went crazy. Um, you managed to escape with the help of a very large, weird-looking giant, basically. Giant orc. Went through the sewers and discovered that he and a couple other interesting characters were part of the Storytellers. They are a group of wackos who each, I guess, tell their own stories in their own weird way. And were told of the true paladin. This old man Henderson with a huge book, who read it off. And when gods were first starting out, there were those who found power using their own beliefs and their own souls and their own oaths. And using that, they could have the power of paladins and clerics. The gods managed to monopolize that, and there hasn't been a true paladin or cleric since the beginning. Now, Inua is a true paladin, but it comes with a huge drawback. If he dies, he is the heaven of one. He is alone for all eternity. And so now Inua is less likely to jump into danger, as it's not just, a nice afterlife, or even a, Circle of Nine Hells afterlife, which is bad, but not complete isolation bad.
This is pure nothingness in an afterlife.
Yes. And he even said a little bit, you might not have caught it, but there isn't even an escape to insanity. So he's not going to be fighting. However, you guys, in the cover of darkness, rushed out of the Adventurers Guild, ran through the streets, found that all of the Juans, that their marketplace, all the cousins, have just disappeared. They took their shops and left in a matter of hours. And they're gone. But passing through there, you rushed into the docks, and we're going right into hopping aboard this weird ship. Let me place you guys tokens down here. Rushing and diving onto this weird, actually, for the amount of people that are here, a small ship.
Oh shit, Warden dead.
Warden Numed.
Oh, Numed up top. I see. Okay. Hope it's probably like
In the water.
here.
Beyond one of the other crow's nests. We're not taking the awkward crow's nests. Nope. Not getting up there.
Which crow's nest?
The awkward ones that look like they're about to fall over.
Oh yeah, they're literally. It's obvious Soup Can Sam was the one who installed those.
Yep, we're going up there.
I still am to the moon about that.
Still never going up there.
There's also a plank at the back because I'm pretty sure he wants us to walk it at some point.
Oh yeah, a good ship always has to have a plank. Okay, so there is the Storytellers. Soup Can Sam, Old Man Henderson, Granny Cutthroat, Ulrich the Impaler, and let's find something for Detective Derek Store.
And I believe we have Mallory and Rosebud with us as well.
Yes, you do. There is Mallory. I don't really have a Rosebud, but
Child
you know
token
what,
number
let's just
one.
use this for
Child token number 1. Let's hope this. I can't say that. Gale's not cut up.
that's
Sky, in terms of like what we got from our equipment, did we have to leave behind any equipment?
so everything that you had on you into the battle is what you are able to carry onto the ship. You didn't have time to go back and get any other things, yeah. So like the portable fort and stuff like that, unfortunately not.
Fort.
Well, the woodworking stuff and everything.
Or
Ah.
even my portable weaver's tools, for example?
Unfortunately
all
not.
Yeah.
Unless you wish to... I mean, I would say you could roll stealth, roll like 3 successful, really, really successful stealth checks. Like, we're talking 17 or aboves. And if you fail, you'll go to jail.
I don't know. I was just wondering, like, in terms of what I should take out from my equipment.
Yes, so take out everything that you wouldn't be able to carry on you.
Okay. Into battle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of my stuff is magic and shit, so I didn't lose much.
Oh, that's quite a bit.
Pretty much carried everything on him that he ever had beyond the forge. So he's.
Raybar has a bag of holding, so he's got everything.
Kyle doesn't have that. He just lives very simply.
By the way, I did the math, and a 64 cubed area is fucking massive.
I mean, I stretched it for funsies, but, you know, you'll
No, the bag of holding.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah,
fun.
I didn't realize how big it was.
It's Raybar. It's called a bag of holding.
Right, but I figured, it wouldn't be like a fucking mansion in a bag. It would be just like a bigger box in a bag.
Guys,
I thought
we
it was
might
8
have,
by 8.
It's 64 cubed. But 1 second.
Yeah, it's cubed.
we might have lost our loot bag, actually.
Not your bag of holding where you keep all your loot. You would have brought that
No,
with you.
like, we have, like, 1,800 gold and 750 pieces.
I've been
of
if nobody was claiming it, we would have kept it in my bag.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. We kept it in the bag
Okay.
of holding.
I would not see anybody, well, not you or anybody who has a bag holding leaving that much gold somewhere where.
Yeah.
Right.
It could
Yeah,
be better used elsewhere.
I assumed that I had it.
Yeah.
We're not starting a trust fund. Starting up music, I'm assuming, Scott.
Renaming a bunch of characters that I forgot to rename, but I'll get the music. to that.
Gotcha.
So.
Steve Murderheim.
Go back.
quite a few things I'm deleting.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
But we do have the gemstones. So you're not allowed to use Revivify, but I have Revivify, so it's all good.
That is a bit intense for this. That's the sea combat one, so let's just go with wind. Wind of the sea air sails. Now, as you rushed out in the cover of night, waiting for it to settle down, the city to stop going into a panic. You set out to sea in this weird ship. And it seems like no one is chasing you. You manage to escape with no one the wiser.
Except for the other thing that happened in the night, but we'll just not talk about that.
Yes, this that dream will happen. You know what? Let's just have it now because you guys were tired from fighting. No, there's not much time to do anything except rest, as you were already pushing exhaustion point after doing all that. So the next morning breaks, and Warden, you have woken from that fun little dream.
Do we want to rehash that conversation? Because why not? Since we're here.
Sure.
I mean, either way.
Yeah, do we want to redo that?
I mean,
Why
we
not?
did a lot. We did a lot of the conversation. I mean, you can redo it.
I'd say most of us knows what happened.
Sorry, I didn't hear what'd you say?
Most of everybody knows what happened. So this is right. We're gonna just jump in. You guys talking about names.
Oh, right.
Okay. So you mentioned
Anathema.
see, anathema. Wait. The name of your old bow.
Current bow, but yes.
Have you come up with any other names for the bow now?
I'm thinking malediction. It fits the same general theme, and it's not copying us, so means something that's cursed, something hated by the gods.
So it fits you perfectly.
Exactly.
And if anathema fits us well. As a group name, anyway.
Now that it does.
I want to point out to all of you, Hope did not sleep.
Neither did I. Well, not for long.
Yeah, everyone
Neither
gained
did
a
Raybar.
sleep
We
and
all
gained
look
a level of
exhausted.
exhaustion.
No, he
Wow.
doesn't need to sleep.
Oh,
Val's
okay.
still snoring in the corner.
Technically,
Like Hope rested and relaxed, but he did not sleep because I have Eyes of the Runekeeper.
And point of note, this ship, for the number of people that are here, is extraordinarily cramped. You're basically shoulder to shoulder hammocks underneath.
Yeah.
Well, we shared a dorm room, most of us. This can't be much worse than that, right?
It really
As
is
they
that
say
bad.
Val stretches out. He makes it worse by taking as much space as he can.
Get your tail out of my face. Yeah, that's not my tail.
Sam, we're gonna need a bigger boat.
I'm sorry, my scarf is a little in the way.
Hope just kind of exhales. If it makes it any easier, I can probably stay up on deck during the night.
Honestly, I'll probably take my bedroll and sleep in the crow's nest.
I was about to say the same. I'll take a different one.
The wind
Different one.
and the rocking makes it difficult to sleep up in that area, but you can certainly try.
I mean, wind and rocking isn't too bad for me.
It's probably more restful than sleeping down there with everyone else, so.
We have bedrolls.
We have bedrolls, materials, and time.
Yup.
All right. But Raybar, Warden, what's the plan? Remind me, please. You had mentioned, Warden, that maybe have Mallory act as your father's daughter?
It sounds weird whenever you phrase it like that, but yes.
It does sound weird. I mean,
I.
it can't go much worse than what just happened, can it?
No,
I doubt it.
What was
It's
that?
only if she would be willing to do it, though.
What was that?
Scott?
What was that?
Scott?
You can't say things like that.
I'm gonna come through the computer. Scott stops talking, you know why.
Raybar killed him. But your father only had one daughter, right?
He doesn't even remember me, so
Fair, so
Well,
if we can...
yeah, of course he doesn't remember you. No one remembers you after seeing you for a month.
no.
Again,
no,
who are you?
there is. I'm going to smack him.
Do it. I'm not stopping you.
He's bracing.
I think that's just pure strength. That would be the first one.
It would be an unarmed strike, technically, so...
You are proficient always with unarmed strikes.
Oh, so 18.
It actually hits me.
So you take 1 point of damage. Or 2
Everyone
points.
else takes half point of damage as the chain effect goes down the line.
What?
That's how close you are together.
Wait,
We all take...
We're on the
He's-
deck of
he's
the ship.
joking
though.
that
Yeah,
Sorry,
we're not
sorry.
underneath.
Thought you guys were together in hammocks.
No,
You
God,
know,
no.
like that old desk
No,
toy,
no,
the
if I was,
cradle.
we up
if I was
here.
hogging- If I was
Gotcha.
hogging the hammock as they got out.
They're placed in the crow's nest, but like we're like right over on the edge of the.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's supposedly a barrel over there.
Right.
That Hope was sitting on.
Yes.
Anyway,
So
my point is that he doesn't remember it at all. Like there is no daughter.
Right. So,
Oh.
long lost daughter, and explaining that should be fun.
But how do we explain Rosebud?
Granddaughter? This sounds stupid and horrible, but
That's what I was thinking.
Hope's whole face just flips into a grimace.
that does
It
sound
would-
stupid and horrible, but
it's the only way to feasibly explain it.
Adopted.
And what Granddad wouldn't want to see his granddaughter. Right?
this is this is not a conversation we just should be having.
No, it's
Hope
just an
is-
option, and we can talk with Mallory.
Hope is going to look at Mallory at the mention of Raybar saying her name, looking for.
So that he would be poking his head down.
Scott.
Sorry, what was that?
Hope is going to look around for Mallory, just like a cursory glance across the deck of the ship.
She is currently wedged in between Ulrich the Impaler and Granny Cutthroat with Rosebud in her lap.
On the lower deck or like up above?
Yeah, in the lower deck, sleeping with him.
Ah, okay.
Are they sleeping still?
Yes.
Okay.
If this is the plan, or at least a plan, we need to talk to Mallory about it too.
Well, of course. It's not the plan yet. It's just an idea.
Oh, okay, well that's one
Better
plan.
than nothing.
I agree. Sorry, it's Hope exhales and
Can
his
I
whole
just
face is-
Hope a good shake? Just grab by the shoulders and a shake. You've got yourself wound up in your emotions for some reason, boy. Stop. Relax.
Oh, Ulfgar.
We're safe for now.
I just
And I'm not Ulfgar.
Well, me, surely.
I'm very sorry. I'm
Fine.
still reeling from what the fuck I did.
I'm gonna hand him my like an alcohol flask, and just give him a snail.
Yeah, this is one of those few times Hope just takes a heavy swig.
Yes. Yes, Gail. But you need to steel yourself. We've got a long road ahead of us, it seems.
As far as I understood, at least 3 days, but it might be longer.
3 days to Edmonds Cove. Food won't be had. No telling how long the road ahead of us is.
Raybar, that sack of the gems we found.
I'm just start digging around with the bag of holding. This one?
I need diamonds specifically.
I'm gonna start picking out all the diamonds. There's gonna be just random anything that looks like a diamond. It might not be a diamond, but I'm just picking it out anyways.
I will
Turns out
point
it
out,
will.
Reese.
Could be cubic zirconium.
When you reach into a bag of holding, you just think in your mind what you're looking for, and then you grasp and it pulls out.
I know Raybar doesn't understand that quite yet. He's still he like
Oh.
rummages around and then thinks, oh, yeah, that's right, and pulls it out.
Okay, gotcha. I'm here for that.
He's used to a backpack.
Raybar, whatever. In terms of diamonds, Scott,
Mm-hmm.
as Raybar starts to pluck them out, just but now I'm no gem appraiser, but would I know that these would work for the spell Revivify?
Revivify. Remind me, is that a 50 gold or
100.
100 gold?
300.
300. Oh goddamn.
It's
Yes,
300
that's
gold.
the 300 one.
Right.
I
100
would
is gold.
say. Where do we have that? I had that written down somewhere before.
100 is for greater restoration.
Yes,
Yes,
300
there was
gold
a
is for
100
Revivify.
gold, and I think a 50 gold, but no 300 golds worth.
Do we have smaller materials equal up? Or no, that one's some 8 diamonds, right?
No, even if we only have 150, then we have 150 golds worth of diamonds.
Pure
We're
diamonds
half.
themselves.
It has to be of diamonds because they are consumed on use.
Yes. Now,
Right.
point of note. Just as a reminder, spellcasters in this world, they often use diamond dust as a, like as if it were gold. Like their pouch is full of diamond dust, equivocal to gold. So those who have Revivify, when you go into town, you request that your gold be transferred into diamond dust.
Okay, I forgot about that. Hope probably didn't do that because he didn't realize it.
Yeah, and you probably didn't have
But-
access to it back at the moment.
No, probably not. That is a good point of order to remember, though.
But next major city you can go to, you can get your gold
Gold
traded in.
transferred into diamond dust. Okay.
I would like to point out that we do have a crazy potion maker on the ship. We could always ask him.
I mean, it is. I'm gonna go roll a con save real quick because it's funny. Con save. What did I get?
1.
A natural one.
Natural
Yeah,
one.
that alcohol hit him like a shit ton of bricks. His stutter does taper off a bit because of it, though. You're right. It is Sam. All things considered.
I'm gonna look at him. You all right, my friend?
What ale is that? Holy shit!
Scott, what ale do I keep in my tankards? I mean,
let's-
nothing particularly expensive, I don't think.
No, you haven't gotten to anywhere where it's like, yeah, the most you've gotten is like lilac juice from the.
Well, no, there's the Nymph Node or whatever that we've gone to a couple of times.
Okay, yeah, they didn't have anything crazy.
But no, it's just ale. I think some of what's the name? My brain, Reese's brain is forgetting fucking. No, is it Bella and Pemily?
Yes, Billy and Emily. Yeah.
Some of Pemily's ale, I believe.
I didn't have any last time. That shit bust. You could see Hope's entire his eyes go cross-eyed, and you could tell he's kind of got the foggy brain going on.
I'm sitting him down on a barrel. Just sit there. Don't move. Don't do anything.
Oh, holy shit! That has never happened before. He is lying. He is a lightweight.
I don't have anything to help you with this, my friend. I'm not a paladin anymore.
He just exhales. Let's just wait for the rest of them to get up. That at least calmed my nerves.
Calmed a lot more than your nerves, it looks like.
Apparently.
But, so,
Say
do
a
you
tongue
think that
twister for me.
Quick Brown Fox jumped over the thick log? I think it's the one?
Warden, I already have a stutter. Do you want to make it worse?
Yes.
Hey,
Fuck
hey,
off.
Hope. Hey, Hope.
Yes.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if woodchuck could chuck wood?
He just exhales through his nose. You both suck.
You'd be lost without us.
Yeah, you're right. So, wait, what are you two doing up so early? Aside from
Harassing
that
you?
nightmare.
I told you already. You know, that thing with the angry fae?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't
Just-
think I can sleep again.
Well, I haven't been able to sleep since we got back from that necromancer's, actually.
Well, I slept poorly on and off through the night.
Let
But
me
I
find
woke
a
up early.
pillow. I'll help you sleep.
You know that I wake up early anyways.
No, not you. Him.
Hello,
Yeah.
Mr. Impella.
Well, Warden, you misunderstand. I completely unable to sleep. It's
No, it's fine. It's fine.
odd.
Let me go find a pillow.
Hope does not look tired.
I'm not even paying attention to the pillow comments. If Warden walks off, I don't care. Just go find a pillow. We're gonna deal with.
Go quietly.
Hello? Do we have a friend watching our conversation?
You do notice that Detective Derek Storm is in the shadows, running with a leather-bound notebook.
Fucking Derek.
It is rare that Detective Derek Storm finds those of his own kin who have been riddled with life's tragedy, so much so that they themselves cannot sleep for fear the darkness may purify their own internal darkness that's darker than their darkness.
Does he have a notebook?
Yes, leather-bound, little tiny notebook that he's writing in.
I would like to roll to steal it.
As soon as if I see Warden start going to do something stupid, aka that, I'm gonna try to stop her.
What do you want me to roll, Scott?
Make a acrobatics check or sleight of hand.
Not initiative.
Not yet.
Yeah. You're taking the initiative of this.
If I see it, I'm gonna try to stop. That's how Raybar is.
13 against his natural 16.
Oh.
I don't even have to
He whips
stop.
it away. Detective Derek Storm understands loss and knows that things that he values most, he will not let go so easily. And with that, he whisks away to the front of the ship, where he is
Consider this a
kneeling
warning.
dramatically, his coat blowing in the wind of the ship, looking out, contemplating the darkness, staring
Hope
into
just
the
looks at
abyss.
Raybar.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm glad we're in agreement there.
Yeah.
Where are the others?
John, Downstairs. You want me to go wake him up?
Should we?
It is
It's
like
kind of early.
it's Probably
Yeah, what
about
time is it?
4 o'clock in the morning at this point.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I was gonna go down with a
Derek
pot and-
Storm doesn't sleep. He's the night watchman.
I mean, we should let them sleep for a little bit longer. Give them a couple more hours.
I mean,
Did
you're
you
free to
hear-
try to wake foul if you wanted to make a dexterity saving throw.
No, I'm gonna just mill about the ship for another couple hours, and then around 6:30, right? I'm gonna go down to the stairs and pull out my horn.
You're
Just
an
pull it.
asshole.
It's a fast way
So-
to get it to re-roll, really.
What?
It's
What'd
a
you
fast way to re-roll a character, dog.
He's still doing it.
Okay, make a performance check.
God.
You're good at
I
those.
don't think
Right?
he cares.
Oh, wait. He's good at
Kind of.
those.
I just rolled well. There's a difference.
Are you doing like Reveille?
No, it's just.
Oh, so you are our foghorn.
Yep.
You hear half a dozen people fly out of their hammocks and then the normal glossy coat of Enua. He has head to toe bedhead, as he is now wielding both of his rapiers.
You're fine. There's no attack. I'm waking you up because we have work to do on the ship.
Did Warden stay above when that happened? Do you think?
Yes.
So,
I know.
as
For you
Fal-
guys, I just walked over. Like, there was no warning or anything. I just walked over and blew the horn. So,
So as Fowl gets up, groggily looks up and sees Raybar. He's just gonna look to Raybar, Anua, and the hammocks, and then hold up his right hand, flick for his wrist. The claws come out, and he walks over to where Raybar's hammock would be, so he can cut it down.
no stopping you.
Well,
Hope leans over to Warden. Well, what? He's lucky I don't send a blast his way. That was a dick move.
I'll just put laxatives in his food tomorrow.
I'm here for that.
Is it not normal to wake everybody up on the ship with a horn? Like, Ulfgar? Please?
No, you use a bell.
I don't have a bell. Actually, I might have a bell.
You don't wake anybody up at all. This is a ship
Yeah.
in the middle of the sea. Look
And
at the things to do, and he points out to the sea.
Man the sails! Cape our course! I don't know.
And,
And
and
this
as
is
Raybar's
the ship.
talking, Fowl's busy just sawing through with his claws, just snip, 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 snip.
I deserve that. I deserve that 100%. But no, we need the party up here. Specifically, Mallory and Rosebud and the rest of us. We need to have a conversation.
You
With
couldn't
a-
have said.
With enough time, Fowl's actually going to take that extra hammock and just merge it with his to make a comfortably sized one for himself.
Okay, yeah.
I love it.
Get
Also-
fucked.
Also, I know I wouldn't have been able to wake up, and I look at Fowl. Some of you without drastic measures. But, again, we need to talk. It's important.
Old man Henderson is still asleep.
He's not
Are you
important for this
serious?
conversation.
Oh my god!
Granny Cutthroat does come up and say, "Well, actually, we do have a point of note that we need to address as soon as possible, or else we'll all go mad."
Sleeping ships?
No. See, this ship was very expensive and had some magic in it. That's why I said living or whatever. I don't know. And the thing is, we need some votes
Or
for the ship's name.
the name.
Yes. See, we all came up with our own names, and we all voted for our own votes. And the magic doesn't exactly trigger unless we have a name for the ship.
Warden opens her mouth to make a suggestion.
Ray bars.
No, we've already chosen the names. We just need to narrow it down to one. I
But-
I have chosen the name The Rickety Split. And I've got the best name ever, Bodie McBoatface.
Of course.
Um,
Yes, that's rats.
Ulrich the Impaler needs out the name Peer Pressure.
Oh, that hurts.
With a little depiction of Old Man Henderson, his suggestion, which is the Aquaholic.
Well, I know you don't
Val
want.
just-
I know you don't want any suggestion, but given our current situation and what's going on,
What about the God Killer?
or apocryphia,
And as they're talking, Val just points to the Aquaholics because he's pretty sure he's going to be alcoholic by the time he's done with this shit.
Or just combine all the names.
Detective
Ulfgar,
no.
Derek
Ulfgar
Storm.
agrees with Foul. Also points to Aquaholic.
Yeah. Detective Derek Storm also knows that the best name for a ship like this is the Insinkable 2.
that is a bad omen, and I am never voting for that. I'm sorry.
Val just asks, what happened? One.
Life happens.
Hey, Zach.
Val does not look very convinced that it's going to be unsinkable.
Again, I still have my office still is there. Apocryphia, still a decent name, I think. Hopefully.
I mean, we just need a majority vote, and then we can call it what it is, and then we get the magic. So, as long as we get a name, and as long as it's Bodie McBoatface, we'll be fine.
Sam,
Yes.
is Bodie McBoatface what you put on the enchantment?
No, the whole enchantment was done by the head of the Storytellers.
Sam.
We didn't meet the head of the Storytellers?
No, he's off doing his own thing.
Sam.
Yes.
What's his
Bodie,
vote?
Bodie McBoatface is not the trigger for the enchantment, is it?
Nope.
Okay.
That's just the best.
Insight.
Actually,
Insight check.
go ahead and roll an insight. Well, he says, actually, yes, it is. It has to be. It can't work unless you name it Bodie McBoatface. Yes.
Hang on, let me see. I don't think I can roll below a 17. Yeah,
Val
I
just
rolled,
shrugs
I rolled a
because
6, so that would need to be bumped up to an
8, a 10.
No,
It's
8.
pretty clear that he's lying.
Reliable talent is 10.
8. It's not reliable talent.
Oh.
This is
okay.
something specific to Inquisitive Rogue.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that he's lying.
Okay. Sam. Whatever.
Whatever.
God.
Well, what did you say, Reese? Apocryphia?
Reese? Reese said apocrypha, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Would you like the definition of apocrypha?
I know what apocrypha means, but I'm so stupid. That was meant to go to Raybar, not Reese. I'm
10
so
out of
sorry.
10. 10 out
Does,
of 10.
does Hope know what apocrypha means?
Probably. You guys
I
have
will
gotten a pretty good education at this point.
I don't know if I would know what apocrypha means. I just know of the word, and I thought it sounded cool. Reese does know what it means. Biblical or related writings not forming part of the accepted canon or of scripture.
You know what? I like it. I'll go with
22.
I'll go with the idiots here.
The Aquaholic?
No, this idiot
Oh.
right here.
Apocrypha. It's almost like a forbidden scripture that's not accepted.
Okay, so everyone vote for either Apocrypha or Aquaholic.
You want to just go down the list?
Sure. Foul.
Val just looks between them, points at Hope instead. Hope decides his vote.
Okay, Hope.
That was 4 words.
That was 4 words.
No, he didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was a sign language.
It's like
Uh,
he's asked for so he just points at Hope instead.
Given what you all are, and given what this is, my vote's Apocrypha.
Okay, 2 Apocrypha. Ulfgar.
Ulfgar simply takes a swig of his tankard and says, "Aquaholic."
Alcoholic. Warden.
Apocrypha.
Okay, and Raybar.
Apocrypha.
Okay. Well, Old Man Henderson would be proud of Ulfgar, but it is. Let's see if I can get the correct spelling. APO.
CRYPHA.
And with that name decided upon, something in the ship changes. Oh, finally, we'll have some room. God.
What?
Room.
Yeah. You know, Caliban did whole thingamabob down below, so.
Wait, you say his name was Gallivant?
Oh, yeah, the head of the Storytellers.
Gallivant.
Oh, right. Raybar, you were asleep
Was I?
like a baby.
What? That makes sense. It tracks. Yeah, that's interesting.
You
I
missed
literally
a
sat-
good story.
I literally sat up in my seat when I heard the name, by the way. That was cool. And that's why I went to sleep. Well, let's go see what this enchantment did, I guess.
It can't hurt. Hope's gonna make his way over.
I'll follow.
Whee!
Oh, over here. Okay.
Going down. Actually, no, sorry. Wrong way. Yeah, go back.
Go back
Over
up.
here.
Okay.
So, through the back, there is a whole bunch of trap. There's a gigantic trap door. Let me get the water level down a bit. And as you descend into it, you realize that it keeps going. And it keeps going. And you eventually arrive in a very, very large open room filled to the brim with magic. This
So
is
many
a
stairs.
magnificent mansion permanently enchanted into the ship.
Ooh.
And all those who were part of the crew when the ship was named have access to it.
Oh. Is it just an big empty room, or
Big
is it
empty
like
room.
pre?
And I'm going to put this into the player's world as well, so you guys can do literally whatever you want with it. Just know that
Dope.
you can't bring anything out that's been created in there, but food, invisible servants, anything. I say within reason. There is a one nerf I'm going to put on it. Very, very intricate like tools that aren't easily imagined are not easily created here. Things like hammers and nails, but not
Tools we've already seen.
not so much seen, but if you have an example of it on hand.
I'm talking about the forge.
Yeah, something like a general forge, just something made for holding
The
fire.
one that Eligos had is what I meant. That Foul had.
His,
The gunsmithing forge.
Yes, so like a blanket forge, go ahead. It's something that is made out of stone, pizza oven styled, is fine. But things like specific gun tool that have to have specific dimensions and specific parts that you can't automatically imagine what is 3/4 of a centimeter distance of thickness of steel across. Yeah, that you have to actually get somewhere and bring in. But otherwise, free reign.
But in
So
terms of
it's-
general purpose tools, we
It's
can get
essen-
access to that.
It's essentially like you've asked someone to build you something, and you weren't allowed to give them specifications.
Yes. So the invisible servants kind of run this place. So you basically have to say, "I want a hammer." They understand hammers. I want a dial caliper that registers the, tensile strength of rubber, they're not going to understand that.
If we wanted to make a gunsmithing forge that doesn't have like super intricate tools, we could make guns on the ship. Is basically my question.
If you have the material that you bring in, everything that is going to be pulled out, you'll have to bring in. But yeah,
Okay.
Fowl would have that covered. Would it be possible for him to say, have the requests written down or something for the servants, or does he have to speak?
you can speak or write it down. Even just intention, even without speaking, these servants are magically attuned to you. These invisible servants. So I would like
In
a
that case,
whole goose cooked with honey. You can think about it, and it's there. Yep, exactly.
in that case, Fowl's probably going to be going, and then in no time at all, make some little corner full of stuff. It's not, machine quality like making a second shotgun quality, but it'd be good enough just to repair armor, fix up the guns that they do have. Not good enough to make a new one that would be fitted to specifications, though.
I'm gonna think up a target range, just like the one that was in the Crayola Defense Academy.
Yes. So during the week and everything, you can really fully customize this to your heart's content. But for now, just enjoy the actual space of not sleeping shoulder to shoulder in hammocks. Mallory and Rosebud are going to set up in a little area, have a little hut there. Simple, small, similar to the alleyway, but little homelier.
Understandable.
Well, if we have a magnificent mansion, that changes things.
Changes things a lot.
That is incredibly useful.
Things.
And as they're talking, Fowl just brushes by them, pushes aside to go get the hammock, and in no time at all, he's walking back with the hammock that he Frankenstein together to carry into the magnificent mansion.
Ulfgar will go to Mallory and Rosebud and tell Mallory, "Lass, we need to speak a bit. I believe the entire group wants to speak with all of us, but afterwards, we need to have a conversation about what we all went through." And you'll simply nod to see if Mallory kind of agrees
Acknowledges.
to that.
Acknowledges what? Sorry.
Ulfgar said something along the effect of Ulfgar and Mallory need to have a conversation, but they also need to have a conversation with the rest of the group as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Mallory's been avoiding you.
I will
Avoiding.
simply plow
Hope
through,
specifically.
emboldened by the alcohol he's just imbibed as soon as he came into the mansion, and kind of know that there's a confrontation that needs to happen. He'll simply try to find Mallory and Rosebud as they're making their hut in the mansion.
Hello.
Plus, we need to speak about what happened in our callback final, as well as, well, everything, in fact.
Okay. Rosebud, go make your room up. I'll be there in a second. She comes out. Okay. What do we have to talk about?
We fought each other.
I think
You were
our
there.
gods fight each other more than us.
Aye, but we acted as their vessels.
I mean, we didn't exactly have a choice.
No, we did not. And Ulfgar will take out his amulet of Baranar, infused with her holy magic. Are you still a believer, Insoon?
don't know.
I cannot give up the calmness and the light of Baranar so easily. I know I still am.
Can I talk to you alone for a second?
Yes, of course, that is why I sought you out.
Okay. She pulls you alone some corner somewhere. A corner that isn't occupied by Derek Storm. Something happened right at the end there.
I woke when I expected not to. I could feel the embrace of Baranar as Inua sank his rapiers into me. And then I woke to see you fall from the sky.
I just need someone's advice that isn't hope for a second. And who isn't one of the storytellers. So, something happened when, I guess I cursed hope? It's a little foggy, but I think I got cursed as well.
This was one of the reasons why I wanted to speak with you last. I recall that I saw the two of you curse each other, and I thought perhaps I could see what I could do, but when you were an avatar of Soon, I don't know if that was wisdom or not. What do you know of this curse?
I don't know, but it feels like something's broken inside me, and I don't love hope anymore.
Omkar will simply take his hand and put his hand on her shoulder. I cannot help you answer that question. Perhaps you've fallen out of love. Perhaps there is something else at play. But let me see what I can do about this curse. And Ulfgar will, as he says that,
Wait, no, don't.
simply.
Don't use
Yes,
any of
well,
that holy magic.
I won't. Not quite yet. And Ulfgar will simply start laying out some bone sticks. And here, help me with these. And he'll just like pick the ones that draw to you. And as he does, he'll take like 10 minutes to start laying out these bone sticks and like prepare and doing an augury ritual. It's a second level, so hopefully it should be fine. But he'll just do an augury ritual, and the augury is what happens if he like protects himself from good and then tries to remove curse on Mallory. That is what he's trying to ask the bones.
What? Sorry, say it again.
So if he protects himself from possession of good and then tries to remove curse from Mallory. So I might need to ping 3 spells for you, Scott. Sorry, I'll just go ahead and ping those.
Augury is a really cool spell.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is augury here, and
Yeah, I was fucking up those.
and then this is remove curse for this being on Mallory, and then protection from good, which prevents me from being possessed.
Okay, so as you are casting augury first, you get the well omens. Make a Arcana check for me.
Sure thing. Is Mallory helping with this, or just a straight roll?
Your own thoughts.
Okay. Not bad, 14.
Okay, 14's enough to realize that the Magnificent Mansion is technically its own dimension. And thereby it may be more difficult for a god to, unless he's selectively focusing on you, which more than likely he's not, because he's got a whole world to rule.
Yeah.
You could probably cast even higher level spells without any worry.
Oh wow. Mhm. Yeah.
This is demi-plane.
As Ulfgar is doing this and doing his augury, he will look up for a moment in surprise and say, "I don't feel Bernar's touch the same way in here. Do you feel Soon's touch, Mallory? It's
No.
almost as if my mind is free from it."
It's kind of been a empty part in me since the thing happened. So I don't really know.
I am sorry. We'll see if I can replace the warmth within you. And Ulfgar will focus on Mallory getting the wheel omen and try to remove curse on her.
At what level?
That's a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
So I think it technically succeeds on any curse, but it might
Yeah,
if it's like god curse that.
As you are casting the spell,
Mhm.
you find it. It is wrapped tightly around her heart, an iron band, not letting anything out. And as you try to pick at it, you take 8 points of psychic damage, and you are blasted back. A curse from a god is not so easily broken.
I will kind of recoil back, trying to keep the grimace from my face, and simply look at Mallory and say, "Yes, there is something affecting you. I would not be so hasty in dismissing hope. There is a band around your heart, allowing nothing to escape outside. Simply reaching it almost broke my mind."
With that spell and everything, and with saying all that, make a religion check.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I do have to ask, can I go ahead and swap to the other world and start decorating, or?
Let me... I'm pretty sure I imported it, but yeah, if it's there, go ahead.
I'm gonna go do the same.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
we can all switch over to there. Why not?
Yeah, we can. That might make it easier, honestly, considering this is just travel.
Yep. Downtime, travel.
We can talk and decorate, that kind of thing.
Yep.
I rolled pretty well, 19.
That's good for you.
Yeah, that's really good for me.
That's there.
Cool.
God, I haven't actually played around with the creator.
Yep. Now you can do whatever you want, but with a 19 religion, that's pretty good. You start to understand curses that gods lay upon certain followers that betray them. And every historic curse has some thematic component to it, some ironic punishment that almost makes the person who's being cursed laugh at the irony. So seeing the band and understanding hope, this is a 2-part curse. And with that, you understand that the specifics of the curse are outside of a hit to Hope's self-esteem. He'll regain in a little time, which after this long rest, Hope bump up 2 more points in your charisma.
Okay.
Yeah. However, the true curse, you understand it as Hope cannot be loved while the goddess remains. And more importantly, Mallory cannot love.
Ulfgar will simply hold this information for a moment. His god being the god of bonds, of finding strength in bonds, and
Holy shit.
he will simply offer Mallory a hug, which she may accept or not.
She won't. She seems colder than she has been before.
We'll simply acknowledge this and say, thus, the curse that soon laid on you and Hope. Hope cannot be loved, and you cannot love. I cannot sugarcoat it. It is a most dreadful curse.
Her face falls even more, and she says, "What do I do with Rosebud?"
How do you feel about your sister?
I don't know.
I feared as such. I too try to remember what you once did. Try to act as if that person would. I know it won't be easy, but perhaps that is your truest guide in this moment. And we will see what we can do to help you. I am only sorry I could not help you here.
Well, I don't know what I'm going to do, but for now, just tell Hope that. I don't know, tell Hope that I'm dealing with some things and I just need some time apart. And that.
I think the lab will understand. We all have much struggle within this moment. And as he says this, found this mansion, provide us whatever we want. Have you ever had a taste of dwarven ale? And you kind of offer his tankard.
No, thank you.
A wiser decision, though. I cannot cope with what we've learned without it. And Ulfgar will take a long swig. Well, I believe the others do expect us at any moment to discuss what to do to protect the two of you. Neil just kind of give a comforting tap on her shoulder as he prepares to make his leave.
She nods and contemplates.
Yeah, with that, Ulfgar will go back to the assembly of a brewer's kit and just continue drinking.
Very well. As the rest of you are conjuring up these things, what are you up to?
Hope is making a carbon copy of his old bedroom at home.
I'm trying to figure out how to rotate.
Hold Alt
Middle mouse
and move
button.
your mouse.
Thank you.
Val
Thank you.
is recreating the workshop that he spent so much time in since he spent years there. At this point, like 3 years. Most of the time, he knows most of it. He can't make the finest tools, but he can make most of them. So he's just recreating it as a more spacious version that would be easier to work with.
Okay.
And nothing special. I'm just making
Jordan's
it.
making her room.
Raybur's making what he wanted his room to be. But once we're kind of exploring and we have a little bit of time, to figure out what's going on, I would try to gather everybody up at least. And we do need to talk about what the plan now is. I mean, we've been given a great boon, but
we still need to ensure. And he motions to Rosebud and Mallory, your safety.
Yes.
As well as my family's. And I assume your families as well, Ulfgar and Raybar.
I have good news on that front. Hope it would seem while within the mansion, I am mostly immune from Bernard's attention.
You are?
She may still. I may still draw her eyes through other actions, but for the moment, I do not feel her touch upon me.
When we're done, do you have the means?
I will always have sending prepared, lad. Connections are important.
This is about to get real sad. Out of that was out of character. Well, still, let's focus on the current problem right now.
Mm-hmm.
Warden, you had an idea.
I had one. This changes things.
What?
Do you?
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
so
No one else can get in here aside from
the crew that
us.
chose the name.
So, doing so kind of, or doing this kind of, makes my plan irrelevant. I wouldn't say useless, but irrelevant.
Do you still wish to go to Edwin's Cove?
We're already on our way. Honestly, at this point, if we changed our course, I think we'd get lost.
You raise a fair point.
So, I don't know what to tell you.
No. Let's continue on to Edwin's Cove for the time being, especially knowing now that I can hopefully send a message to Mom and Dad and everyone else. It shouldn't be as bad. We can continue forward. You do have family you want to check on anyway.
I mean, he's not gonna remember me, but
You act like that changes the fact that you're going to want to check on him anyway.
I'm more interested in settling a debt.
Hmm. That's fair.
I can go home when that debt's settled and everything will be okay, I hope. But
Then do we just want to head to Edwin's Cove, restock, and leave?
that's up to you guys.
Hope kind of turns to look at the rest of them.
Ask me. I'm okay with anything, it seems like. Not much else to do.
Foul simply shrugs.
Ulfgar will add that I will go to Edwin's Cove if we must, but I wish to go to Freedsmont because I do not think if I did not see my family and community once more, I don't think I will have the strength to abandon all eternity with them.
Hope nods. I was planning on seeing if you two wanted to go to Freedsmont to begin with. At least knowing what I do now.
Well, if God would like to, we can go.
It is a selfish desire, though, lad.
No, you've every right to it because my own selfish desire is to go see Mom.
There is much that troubles you, Warden, as well. Do you think you will find answers at Edvin's Cove?
No. I think doing anything at this point is dangerous. I don't know if Raybar told you yet.
Nope. I do not say a thing.
Then I shall say it here and say it plainly. I'm being watched by something that's quite unsettling.
Wolfgar will simply smile at this and say, "It is a new experience for me as well, but one I share with you now, Warden."
Yeah, I suppose it would be. Except yours are not in the realm of trickery and backstabbing, now are they?
Most certainly not. One that calmed my spirit until now.
That's true. But I don't think I was after who I thought I was after. In fact, I know I'm not. I was lied to before, and now I think I've started something that I can't stop.
Not Nintra, then.
Yes and no. Nintra is someone else.
I will
Someone
simply,
dangerous.
will simply quirk his eyebrow at this, but say nothing more.
I need to do some research. I can't walk into this blind.
Well, we won't let you walk into it alone. That's for sure.
I hope so.
Well, I did tell you that we'd try and sort this out when we got out of the academy, right?
Yes,
Looks-
you did. But if I were to go at it alone, poof, I'm gone. So
That happened.
No, we won't. I can promise that.
so yeah. I've mentioned to Hope and Raybar that I wanted to change our name so that we didn't invite more of Nintra's spite down upon us, since Nintra is something a lot more dangerous than I thought she was.
Wolfgar will pie over this. Well, I don't quite mind alcoholic. I'm a sailor, and I think I'll have much need of this. And he continues drinking.
We were discussing something. We're talking about the term anathema. Cursed by the gods.
I think out of all of us, I'm probably the most fitting right now, but other than that, I actually really like that name.
I have not quite lost faith in the gods, but
Doesn't change the fact that you've been cursed by them.
Wolfgar goes silent at this.
Well,
Sorry.
apologies, Ulfgar, but you might not have. But hope exhales heavily. I don't see me submitting to any form of godly deity anytime soon.
That was a bit too personal. I apologize.
Are we? Hope looks at everyone. We're going to make it through this.
Best as we can. Hopefully, all
And
of us.
if we have to kill a few gods on the way, so be it. We'll make it through this, just like we did with. I know it pales in comparison, but just like we did with Planumbra and the Necromancer and Cobalt and all of it, like we'll make it through this. I'm certain.
Hope. Your name does ring true.
Aye, you chose your virtue name.
And you know I'm by your side and all of your side until the day I cannot pick up my rifle again. We will get through this, as Hope says. We will triumph. And there will be no dying trying. I have faith in all of you, even though I don't know if you all have faith in me.
There
never
wasn't any doubt. Not even in you, Ulfgar.
I am beset by doubt.
I know. I am too. None of us could have saw this coming. But you came back to us, even if it was through Mallory's help. And look where we are. I mean, we managed to get free of the city. We saved Anua and Mallory. Even if things are a little strained. I'm definitely not as confident.
Just saying. Because from what you just said, you're the most confident I've ever seen you.
If I had my way, I would be figuring out what to do with this. But we don't know what to do yet.
Then I guess we better start figuring it out, now shouldn't we?
How do you? We're going to be killing gods.
Then we better get good weapons. Better get good armor.
And better friends.
And a whole lot more tough.
Foul just looks offended at the better friends comment.
I don't. I Hope kind of turns to Foul. You know I don't mean it like that.
Foul just shakes his head. It okay.
Perhaps the gods are not in control of their own minds either. At least that is what I hope. And we can resolve that instead. I would not wish to kill Baranar.
If it comes down to it, I would rather the god dead than the god take you, Ulfgar, or any of you. And that's my piece. But there might. Hello?
I think somebody might have misclicked. And I think that somebody was me.
but there may be. I'll pore over what research I do have that I brought with me. There might be some way to give. What were they called? True paladins? Short of godhood, there might be some way of giving them some form of afterlife.
think so. That would make my choice a lot easier.
This is not something that is common knowledge, clearly. At this point, I'm not submitting to a deity. But damn it, if I'm not going to help those that are like me. And that includes Anua. Hope kind of exhales, his whole face kind of grimacing. What why am I the one talking here? I'm not usually the one rambling. Are you okay?
You want an honest answer?
I wouldn't have asked if I didn't.
No. I don't think we can be. I don't think there's very many ways to be okay. I mean, we all hurt, not all of us, but I hurt my closest friend. And that hurt me more than I care to admit.
Wolfgar will nod us. I saw you fall, Raybar, and I saw you with suspicion. Not someone who needed help, but one who I wish to stay unconscious. I'm not proud of my actions in that moment either.
Ulfgar, they weren't your actions. That wasn't by your hand. Just like Mallory's actions weren't hers. I am not happy about what I had to do in that fight. But we need to put it away. Put it behind us. None, just like Anua, this isn't your fault, Ulfgar. And Raybar, it's not yours either. I know it feels that way.
Not much we can do being upset about it. All we can do is keep moving forward and find the end to this damned plague. Marker.
And you hear the closing of a book as the old man had been recounting your tale, and he looks up at you with a sort of clarity that you haven't seen before. That was a marvelous first chapter. I can't wait to see how it goes.
Wars.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I suppose you need some answers from us. Do you know who Storytellers are?
Not particularly.
This is the first I've heard of them.
That's part of the goal, as we are simply watchers and accountants of the tales that happen across the world. I myself was witness to some of the legendary adventurers' actions. You've heard from Soupcan that Gallivant is our founder. You all must be aware who he is.
Hope gives a nod. I don't know about the rest of you, but I've heard the tales.
legendary bard, teller of tales and spinner of stories himself. He gave me this book, and he holds out the book that you saw before that is packed with so much more knowledge than should be containable in a single tome. I believe you've already heard me tell a story from this about the true paladins, but I think that it is time that you hear the tale of the storytellers. If you would like to listen, that is.
I missed your last story, and it seems to be an important one. Definitely will.
Ulfgar? Foul?
Absolutely. More
Oh,
knowledge.
Warden?
Got nothing better to do.
Very well. And as he opens his book, you see down into it, even though you're at an angle. And in those mirrors, and in this magical place, this mansion, you see visions of a dark city street, old and decrepit. And then an even older man, akin to Henderson, but not the same person. And he is trudging through the streets. And as you see this image, he begins speaking in a voice clearer and younger and stronger than this ancient man should have any right of being able to use. Once upon a time, in the quiet of the night, in a city ages old, in a street with little light, in the shadows of the city, in the shadows of the houses of the people of the city, walked a weary, aged man who looked nothing but a pity. And though with every shaking step his bones would beg him tarry, he pushed on through bitter cold, notwithstanding he was old, for he knew he must behold that the tales would be told that he'd gathered over the world, and that he alone now carried. So he rested in the square, only one thought in his head, not about his lack of bedding or the food he wasn't fed. Oh no, for in the dead of night the tale-teller said, I wish to pass my stories on before the day I'm dead. No sooner than he whispered this, and sleep had overcome him, it was as if he never rested, for the city square was bustling, loud, their feet in their faces, desperately rushing to go their places, cluttering, clamoring, stomping, and hammering. His heart beat in time with their paces, and while he was soaking the ambience in with a merry clap and a big white grin, his glee was soon sequestered by a little angry jester. I am a jester of the king's court, but the respected discern me has not, for they laugh at my face and my height and disgrace me till I get so furiously flushed and delirious angry that they could be so inconsiderate, and now I'm completely distraught. Tale-teller knew the hurt this little man was facing. They were outcasts in a world that could be callous and debasing. So they sat together waiting while the busy people passed. Then the tail was reminded of a tale, and he flailed, quickly flicking to the picture of the sail, speaking fast, Let me tell you of the tale of the mouse upon the mast. So the jester sat with interest in the story being told, which described a little mouse in a ship upon the sea, stricken by the storm and completely lost control, and the sailors of the ship could only struggle helplessly. So the little mouse climbed upon the sail that was mangled, which the sailors couldn't reach for the fury of the storm, and he chewed up by the rope until the canvas was untangled, and all the crew was saved by what that little mouse performed. Eyes wide, the jester realized, despite the spite he faced each day, his size was not to his demise, it was his prize, which made him say, I've had it wrong, and all along. The people laughed at my frustration. I forgot to use the tricks and jokes unique to my vocation. So the jester dashed away, and soon had formed a congregation, for the tricks he once neglected now had brought him adulation. 'Twas bittersweet for the aged man to watch the distant dance, but he wished to give his precious book, but didn't get the chance. So he waited in the square in a hope a soul would linger, but as the night set in, so did the fear he'd have no food for winter. One autumn day he once again was woken from his sleeping. Beside him sat a widow with an empty basket, weeping. My children wait at home for me to bring them food for dinner, but I've nothing left to give them, and they're only getting thinner. Without a pause, the withered man produced his final loaf of bread, and turning round, he held it out, then looked her in the eyes and said, There is a tale that is told in places far away from here, about a veiled princess who had beauty that could not appear. For she was cursed until one day a broken-hearted stranger saw and gave to her his life. The curse, like ice on summer's day, did thaw. The widow's eyes were glistening. From tears she fought to keep away. The disbelief, her grief, was melted like the tale's curse that day. She gave her deepest thanks and briskly left to feed her hungry home, but hadn't noticed when the man had tried to give his precious tome. Within the days that followed, winter threatened to arrive, and the tale-teller wondered if his tales would survive. And as he sat in solemn thought, he noticed in the lonely streets a soldier who'd returned from war, who in his grief fell from his feet. A soldier who on outward glance looked strong, was badly hurt inside. He had returned a broken man. In his arms his brother died. It isn't fair, he whimpered. He to me was just a boy. All we ever shared is gone, and with it, all my joy. The tale-teller sat beside the once great man now broken, and all the day had passed, where not a single word was spoken. And then the soldier told the aged man about his brother, and how without him now he would surely not recover. The tale-teller comforted the man returned from war, and shared his utmost precious tales, never shared before. When evening came, the soldier's heart was peaceful as the setting sun. Within the gentle thanks, he bid goodbye, and went his way when they were done. But for the start, the aged man forgot his book to offer him, and then, that very moment, winter's bite began to settle in. Yes, the cold, that bitter cold his skin forgot, crushing and merciless, as if 1,000 arrows shot him, shaking him with icy chill. His freezing hands were holding still to stories that would not live on. Instead, the teller's head had no thought left but one forbidding, warming heart to a bite of bread, without a shred of which he said, Before the morning, I'll be... Winter passed, and spring arrived, as happened every year. The city square began to once again arouse with cheer, when at one day and at one time there happened something queer. A jester who had wandered in was searching with contented grin, and then a widow from the crowd who did the same and looked around to see a tall man play the hound, but in the end was nothing found. Each one among these people three emerged for but one reason, to thank the aged stranger and to pay him back in kind. But it had dawned on them in their sorrow that he had not survived the season, for the fragments of his stories were but all that they could find, and their hearts were hurting deeply as they shed a silent tear. They all had been reminded of the stories he had told, and although they never had received the book he tried to share, they took with them a tale that they each would dearly hold. Once upon a time, in the quiet of the night, in a city ages old, in a street with little light, walked a kindly tale-teller with a heart as good as gold, who made the world a better place through tales that he told. And closing the book, the old man looks at you one by one. You have been called to write your own tales. And as I saw the legendary adventures of old, I see something deep within you all. So long as you stay true to who you are and each other, I believe that you will have an entire chapter in the book of the world dedicated just to you. Leaning on his walking stick, he goes out to his own little hammock to recover and sleep.
My favorite storyteller.
That was
Oh.
amazing, Scott.
Out of character, holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah,
I know I can't say much because Foul doesn't talk, but holy shit, that was amazing.
yeah.
It's okay, I got you.
How long
just
have you
going
been
to-
waiting to drop that on us?
I used to want to be a storyteller, like professionally. That was my favorite one.
Don't get rid of that.
Yeah, don't sell your show short. That was amazing.
That was well done.
Yeah.
Even
absolutely.
from like a literary perspective, even the loop
Yeah.
back to the starting line
Mhm.
I
is
mean,
an
it's not-
incredibly powerful choice.
It's
Like
not my
2 lines
story.
in, I had the applause queued up.
I'm stuck, and I hate this building.
Let
What's
me
up?
share.
I hate this building thing. It's
But yeah, that
super
was amazing.
clumsy.
Well, you have all the time and all the materials you wish. Here, let me share. With even better music than what we have. That's where I got it from.
Oh yeah, you,
Casa.
Scott. I don't normally listen to music, so all it was just you raw through the entire thing. With that, whoa.
The music did it favors, believe me.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah,
I actually turn off music most of the time because it gets me easily distracted. So that was just amazing without any music.
Well,
Hope exhales heavily through his nose, looking at the rest of his friends. He's clearly bleary-eyed after that one. And to think adventurers were once looked down upon.
They still are.
They won't be for long. Not now.
so he finally did it. As you see, Detective Derek Storm come back in.
This motherfucker!
You all, I don't think you understand what just happened there.
What? You're not talking
Derek?
in Derek Storm. What's going on?
Well, times like these deserve a little narration. You are technically honorary storytellers now, by receiving that tale from Old Man Henderson.
Okay, and
Foul
that's
just
me.
Horribly concerned. Like he's just back and forth, eyes flicking. He looks almost a bit panicked.
You see, That crazy old coot has some interesting stories. He is one of the historians. I'm living in the moment storyteller, but each of us have our things. But you see, there will be times when you come upon some problem, like the God Plague. That guy has some stories that will spin your head. And being an honorary storytellers, you'll be able to hear some of them in the future to understand what you're getting into. Who knows? Perhaps if you ever become a storyteller, a real one like us, you might enjoy godhood. As he brushes his shoulder and fades into the darkness that he
You say
makes in
God?
the mansion.
Did he say godhood?
Yes, you did. If you're saying that in character, no, Val didn't say
Yeah,
it.
straight up in character. Did he say godhood?
He
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think
I
about
don't want to. Nope.
Falcon
Hobson-
points a warden and goes, yes.
So many things are confusing me at the moment in so many different ways, and I don't know how to understand any of it. So
I
just
think-
pretend.
I think Draybar, that's kind of been this entire week.
You know what? You're not wrong. And the side pillar is driving me nuts. That was not in character. I am just getting pissy.
It is now in character. Deal with it.
I'm just getting pissy at Tailspider.
It is okay.
it. This
It's
one over
so-
here.
And the
Which one?
pillars, by the way, are just for height, so you can delete them all the way up to the top one.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
That one?
Oh,
right there?
okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah, these are just boundaries, so you can't go above the top of the pillar.
Okay, cool. Good to know, because it was driving me nuts, because it's super hard to build with it right there.
Fair enough.
I'm deleting the floor right now.
Yeah, you can
Hope
replace the floor
Hope
if you want.
turns to Ulfgar. Well, I guess while we move on to our next chapter to keep with the theme. Are you certain you can cast that here?
I have something more to tell you as well that I will share with you in private.
We've got the time. Unless any motion's too foul, Warden and Raybar, do you two need anything from me?
Val just shakes his head.
Warden?
I don't suppose you know how to kill a Fey Lord, do you?
We're going to figure that out in time. Believe me. Hope cocks a smile. I'm sure it won't appreciate a counter spell.
Thank you.
That's on the agenda too. On par with gods, let's be honest. What is it, Ulfgar? And Hope's gonna kind of start walking back to the little shack that is built. That's a copy of his old home, like his old bedroom.
Oh, in the Creel Academy?
No, his bedroom from home.
Okay. Just curious, what does it look like?
So the inside is a mess of herbs hung on walls, as well as various different pieces of crystal. They clearly aren't magical, just judging by the interpretation. It is stacks of books, like floor to ceiling in one corner. Clearly all thoroughly read. Some things about deities, healing, how healing functions magically, strange sources of power. You know, it goes from a mixture of general purpose medical knowledge that's like published into a book for the average person to get some medical training on, to crackpot theories about the sapphires, different deities that stay there, and its connection to the old hells.
I will take a moment to just kind of take all of this in and look at some of the books for a moment. And then...
The room's not exactly messy,
Mhm.
but it's definitely not organized. On his desk are like flown about papers, and then sitting right at front and center, he has his book of shadows pressed into like what is essentially a little pedestal that's been built into his desk, just open onto a random page.
You've found a place for yourself rather quickly here.
Well, when I was told I could, for the most part, copy what I was doing at home, well, this will at least be a reminder till we get to the Sapphire.
Look at Hope for a second and say, "You will need the refuge, lad. We spoke with Mallory earlier.
Is she okay?
For the moment,
Hope
pleasant
does.
change of pace from trying to kill each other.
Huh. Yeah. I can't even say you're wrong on that one, Wolfgar. Hope's got this sheepish look on his face. So you can see the little glint in his forehead kind of spark a bit. Is it getting close to dark, Scott?
No, it's the morning, so about noon,
Yeah.
Okay.
a little bit before.
Okay.
I just like the lighting.
She has much to deal with,
Yeah,
as do I with the God Plague, but even more, perhaps.
If it's any consolation, to kind of still processing as well. But what is it you needed to talk to me about?
I went to go speak with her about her actions, but also the moment I'd witnessed between the two of you. I thought
Mm,
perhaps I could bend some bridges. It is sadly not in my power.
Scott,
Well,
Yes.
am I aware I'm cursed the second time
I mean,
at all?
nobody's told you that they don't love you. That already did, so you don't know.
yeah,
Okay.
this is so slowly what Ulfgar is ramping up to and saying. Saw the moment where Mallory did something to you, and I thought perhaps there was a curse that I could lift.
His whole face goes really grim.
I could not, lad. I could not lift the curse that has affected both of you.
What does what does it do? Is it as simple as just? And he kind of taps his forehead nervously. It's wanting revenge, or
You have a different curse afflicting you.
a second one.
Ulfgar ponders at this for a moment. We'll come back to this in a moment. I do not know this, but I cannot speak to what it has done to her. It is for her to share with you. But what will afflict you is you cannot be loved, lad.
His whole face goes still. And then you ever see somebody almost like short circuit, for lack of a better term?
Mm-hmm.
Brain making modem noises.
Yeah. What? It just is it just from her, or is it at all?
As far as I understand, you cannot be loved, lad, by anyone. You made someone who worshipped the goddess of beauty and love turn her back on her. I fear that if I ever turned my back on Baranar, I would be forever violent, perhaps. Have no bonds. And for you, it means that you cannot feel the love of Soon or the love of anyone.
Hope is gone mouse quiet.
I could
Like
try.
you could hear a pin drop. As you see what confidence he had from the words he said just crumble.
Try to lift this curse, though I do not think I will be able to. But I feel this much duty to you, lad, that I will try.
The only thing you can really muster out, having slowly processed what's been said. What about my mother and my family? None of them?
As far as I could understand, yes. But this was what I read from trying to lift the curse that afflicted Mallory. Perhaps somewhat very different from you, though not from what sense I got, knowing of the gods as I do. Would you like me to try?
Hope considers this. The silence that keeps filling the room as you're explaining this to Hope is long.
Mm-hmm.
5-10 minutes at a time, kind of long.
Oh, wow.
And you can see him ponder this visibly as he walks over to his Book of Shadows.
Yeah. Wolfgar will respect the silence and simply find a seat somewhere else and just peruse the titles you have in the books while I wait for you to think about this.
What about all of you?
Fortunately, Soon is not the god of bonds, so I believe bonds are still there. But perhaps we will not feel the same way as we do of you in time.
It didn't work with Mallory, did it?
Remove the curse? No.
Correct. I don't see it working with me.
We'd still try that.
No. If we're going to break this curse, we need to break it on both of us. I'm certain whatever she's feeling right now isn't doing her any favors either.
So, the second curse of yours, perhaps that could be broken.
He reaches towards his forehead, and you see him just, and he rips out a knife from his head. You've seen this knife once before when we were on the Kobok Arena.
Yeah.
Little wisps of magic come off it in a airyish green color with a wicked carved blade. This... And this is going to be the darkest thing you've probably heard from. I still need this.
Not deny you strength in the moment you need it. We'll simply acknowledge. All right.
But when the time comes to be rid of it, I give you full permission, regardless of what I say in the moment.
We'll try then, lad, but these things, once they've afflicted your mind so they become a part of you, where a curse begins and ends and where the person starts, they might become the same.
So be it.
On a character note, who's moving in over Fowl?
Supkin Sam walks in and recreates the entire tower that he lives in.
Would you look at that?
And the tower is there.
Basically.
I like how it's above the height limit.
Oh yeah. Supkin
Of
Sam
course,
doesn't
it's
care about
Soup Can
rules.
Sam.
I'm sitting over here still fucking fighting with this goddamn.
Let's describe. Well, here, I will help you when we finish up. Reese.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just am fighting with it. That's all.
Pat. Well,
Trying to build a roof.
Oh yeah, roofs are annoying.
roofs are annoying as shit. That's
In
why I'm not putting
anything.
one in.
Yeah, but I want mine to look cool.
Hope turns to Ulfgar, clutching his Book of Shadows. I have 2 names down in this book. I can put one more.
Who's putting stuff?
That's
I
Sorry, I didn't grab that.
it is
I need you.
I was trying to actually zoom down. I grabbed
No,
the
I'm
tile
so
instead of
confused.
the zoom.
No, somebody's adding parts to my roof.
I
I'm
am.
so confused.
Oh no, I took part from your roof on accident. I didn't add anything.
And I would write Warden's name down, but given the current predicament, that's not exactly going to work. I can use this to cast what you know as sending. As much as I need, by writing in this book. But I need you to promise me something, Ulfgar.
What is it, lad?
Whatever happens, do not risk yourself to Baranar again. I don't care if one of us dies.
Whoever's putting stuff on my roof, please stop.
Okay.
I do enjoy the building process, even though I'm fighting with it.
Oh, what could that say? I do not think I could promise this.
You're going to have to. Because I can cast Revivify as well, worst case scenario. And you know what I mean by that.
But I would rather die than play powerless when one of anyone that I can save falls.
I know that feeling, and I don't mean permanently. Until you make your decision on whether or not you become a true cleric, or are they just known as true paladins?
Both.
Both. Okay, I figured. And if you make that decision, I'm already going to start doing research on ways to hold souls after death until I can figure out a way to. And he starts to ramble on about giving those in that position some form of afterlife that they deserve. I can make that promise to you at least. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. Much less how we're going to get there. And it may even be a fruitless quest, but you don't deserve that just because of what the gods have done. The gods hold a control over the afterlife. Fine, we'll make our own.
With blackjack.
And lots of hookers.
Walkers are needed.
Alright, lad. Alright. But you had a message you would like to send to your parents.
I would. Give me one moment while I pull up that drive document to remember what the fuck.
Oh,
His
that's
mom's name.
obnoxious. I can't think of that term.
I did something smart and put all the characters down at the end.
So how everybody's building going?
My mother's name is Marin Morthos. Is-
Ulfgar
she
will
is
hold
a-
that name in his mind.
She is a red tiefling, taller, with a crimson red hair that goes past her shoulders.
Scott, so
Mhm.
strictly speaking, this is a creature I'm familiar with. Will his descriptions help me kind of send that message?
So, trying to send a message to
Hope's mom.
yeah, with just descriptions. You would have to roll a let's see. What's your spellcasting modifier again? Charisma?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah, wisdom. Just a straight wisdom check to see if you can connect him after hearing a bunch of descriptions and maybe a simple drawing.
Would my descriptions help?
Yes.
Like, would I be like, would it be considered taking the help action, quote unquote?
No, it just lowers the DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Hope is gonna give you a bust up drawing best he can of his mother. It's been 5 years. Some of the details are clearly a little fuzzy. I will because it's fun. Do I roll sleight of hand or performance for that, Scott?
I would rule either one.
Okay.
Yeah.
As I will take a moment before I send out that message to simply seek the power of bonds to strengthen this, so I can just have a bonus d4 before I roll it. Just
And
cast guidance on myself.
let's see. You were casting.
Guidance.
And then I'll do the sending, which apparently is actually a 25.
Well, here's the point of note. Do you go outside the mansion before casting this?
Oh, the sending doesn't work while in the mansion?
Different dimension.
Mm-hmm. Wait, I think
No,
sending
it's,
not.
I think
it's just a
sending works-
chance that it fails. It's not an actual failure.
Yeah.
But if the
Right,
target
'cause
is on a different, there is a
even on a
5%
place-
chance that the message doesn't
Yeah,
arrive.
I
So
don't
yeah,
think-
D100 on a nat 1, or no, D20 on a nat 1, it fails.
Okar would not risk, because if he goes outside, there's a risk that Baranar takes over him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's way safer to do it inside.
Very well.
Even if he wastes the spell
Lowering
slot.
the
Yes,
DC
exactly,
by
yeah.
1, but you rolled Wisdom 23 with a 4, so 25.
25.
Yeah, that would be enough. You connect with someone.
However, in my mind, hope.
And immediately go mad. As you have connected with someone who is connected with a god. So where are you currently, right on the map?
We're here.
In Hope's bedroom. Yeah.
Okay. You roll initiative.
Yeah, I simply say I connected with her, or I'm in her mind. Oh, and then, yeah.
And Hope, you see his eyes flash a bright, brilliant light.
Ah, shit.
Red
Shit.
crystals.
Oh shit.
Orden's probably sitting someplace open right
Yep.
now.
And right now it's just you two. So, Ulfgar, you're going first. Hope was not expecting that
Shit.
at all. And you view him as an enemy.
Right, because Hope doesn't believe in any gods.
No, Hope is not religious.
Okay, all
It's
right,
not as bad as if he actually had a god, though. So
okay, but I would try to like, what would be my goal here with Hope, so I could like do
let's see.
the
So
best
the
of
god
everything.
wants either to kill him or to convert him, and since the nice ways of, being nice to people, serving people, helping people, converting them through nice ways hasn't been working, it's by force of will, Crusader style.
Okay, and what is the god I'm
His
trying to
fault.
convert him to in the moment?
This one, let me get the book for, because she was
Sure.
just on Angel's side.
Deus
That would
fault.
be the god of endurance. Forgot his exact name.
You better run, boy!
Normally lawful good.
Um,
Get those fucking knees up!
all right, well, Ulfgar will look at Hope in a moment and then draw his cutlass, get his
Hail
shield up.
Mater. Lawful good, god of life. Hands bound at the wrist with red cord, god of endurance. Yep.
And
Hell.
I think the best thing I can do in this moment against Hope is, draw my cutlass, strike at him, as well as spiritual weapon him. So that's what I will do.
You cast spiritual weapon.
Yep.
Am I surprised? Like, is this considered a surprised round?
Him going first is the surprise round.
So I can't take reactions.
I would say you could take a reaction. Eyes glowing gave a little bit away. And point of note for the magic weapon, it's one level higher than what you cast it at normally.
Okay. I was gonna cast a level 2, but yeah.
It's now 3.
That's okay. He sees you draw your cutlass, and then you start muttering the incantation, and without another doubt, his eyes just kind of narrow, and you can see him just reach down to his belt, counterspell the spiritual weapon. It does not work because it is 3rd level or below.
Mm-hmm.
And Ulfgar, enraged by your defiance, he will take his cutlass and submit, lad, if you know what is good for you, and attack with his cutlass. Should remove the practice modifier, but that is a 21.
Shit! That'll hit.
Yep.
I take 7 points of piercing damage.
Indeed. And I'll close into right next to you, and just kind of stand next to you.
I suggest you plunk your mini down.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, we should.
Gosh darn it.
I'll probably do that.
No, in this case.
What? My mini down. Work.
So press space, go over to the little head with the
Gotcha.
elf ears,
Yeah. Gotcha.
and you probably want in dwarf. It's
Yeah.
the first one in dwarf.
I just did not open the thing first.
They made a better.
They're in the thing. If you go on the far right, there's unique creatures.
Alright. Well, I got myself. And we'll go to threaten your space. And that would be my turn.
Sorry about that.
You're good. I'm putting it back. Did I know my mother was religious?
She worked on Angel's side, and there was religion there. I mean, it was meant to be as a honeymoon, nice Venice-style spot, but religion was prevalent there.
Did she talk about it all? Is really what I'm asking. Like, did she ever bring it up with Hope?
She would say she was a believer, and she would respect your choice of what religion you would choose and everything. She didn't. Yeah. She wasn't forced.
Did she ever? Did she ever tell me what deity she served? I guess is really. What
Yeah, you would have recognized the Mater symbol.
Oh, mother. Hope is gonna yell little problem.
Make a perception because I'm in my castle.
If I was merely gonna come running, just not sure if I can move my. I can't click on any of the tokens right now.
Toggle off
And-
build mode at the top.
Ulfa,
Yeah,
you are
what?
going to see Hope disappear.
Alright.
See him
Just making a
disappear.
perception. Do I hear it, Scott, in my castle?
Let's see, how
So,
do I
Not
toggle?
that far away, and not with
There we go.
your construction going on.
Fair. So.
Would Fal be able to hear us since Tabaxi and he's pretty much right next door?
Because you don't have a wall currently, yes.
Okay, he's gonna immediately. Let's see.
I mean, my construction's almost like my building's done. So.
That's
And Hope will do that as a bonus action using Quicken Spell. And
I've
he's
gone
going to.
as far as I can go this turn. Bonus action dash.
You do get an attack of opportunity at disadvantage, Ulfgar.
If you're invisible, I don't, because I have to see you.
Do I roll to just join the initiative and then take my move to join in on that turn?
sure. Oh,
Damn. Okay, so
next
you're
round-
going.
You're top of the round next round.
Yeah, if you're invisible, I can't attack you. Though I do know where you are unless you're stealthing.
Well, Hope is going to open the door.
5. I'm just gonna
And-
roll initiative.
And since I did that as a bonus action, he is going to just hide behind the wall.
All right, Val, did you add your quick draw?
Oh no, that would be even higher then.
You're still going at the top of the round. It's okay.
Well, I rolled the 25.
Oh shit. What is it, Val? With quick draw?
It would be 23, so he'd be first.
Okay.
Then.
And the rest of you, unless any of you have true sight, just see the door open, and you hear heavy breathing.
Wait, did you roll stealth?
No, but I'm going to right now, and I have.
You would have
advan-
advantage on it because he's
Okay.
invisible.
Also, I'd like to point out the line that I put.
10.
This is Fal's first turn.
That's not gonna clear my passive perception.
And Hope is just gonna wait there, hiding, like, clutching the back of the wall.
And
Got 90 feet.
it would have been perfect if not for the about 6 or 7 quote-unquote unseen servants who are each holding trays offering you some things because you're obviously in distress.
Is there a warm towel?
Yes.
Moist towel.
Hope is trying to, like, shoo them away, but Hope is not a stealthy boy.
Nope. Okay, so that was you two doing that with the commotion done with Hope yelling, let's go top of the round, Raybar.
All right. So my first turn is movement, action, action surge to get to my doorway.
Wait, did you hear me?
I mean, I rolled the 9 on perception, but I mean, if I didn't,
Yeah,
I'll
you
just go
would
back to
have-
working on my.
Yeah, you wouldn't have heard this is your turn being still working on your
What do you build
house.
this turn?
It's up to
What do you-
because
Currently, the upstairs is in progress, but I went down to the forge to go read up on my manuals on the necrotic damage and just kind of tinker around and figure out what I can figure out.
I just love the mental image here. It's like the moment where Stan Lee's just listening to music and enjoying himself while Spyro's being tossed around in the background.
No, that's exactly what's happening. I'm chilling. I've got a
Love
big
it.
Tesla. I've got a big Tesla coil that's powering my alembics and stuff like that in my forge, and I'm just working.
yeah, it's more for the hope of a daisy chain sort of thing. So, yeah, Hope has said something. Fowl just managed to hear it and understands. Warden, you are outside working on something and saw Fowl, so it's up to Warden to convey anything. Well, for them to telephone down the line to get Warden. So, sorry, Raybar, you are working still. You're not going to be actually in the combat. Sorry, but it's Foul.
You're fine.
Foul just looks over at Warden.
Sorry,
Get
not
him!
Foul, Ulfgar. Ulfgar
Oh,
goes.
sorry. Wait, he's higher than
That was
23?
a 21 to attack. I forgot initiative. Yeah, Foul.
Yeah, Foul's got a 23, not a 20, because you got that quick draw.
Gotcha.
Foul's just going to point at Warden. Get him! Pointing at the mansion that Raybar's building, and then with double action, or not double action, it's
Double move.
cat dash for
with cat
doubling
dash.
movement, and then dash for his action. He gets a total of 120 feet. He
Fine.
is pretty much zooming all the way here, body blocking the door and racking the shotgun as he stares down Wolfgar. Sit.
Ulfgar, I'm sorry.
No worries, man.
This is great.
It's
I'm
not
here for this.
expected, but
I
Oh,
didn't
man.
expect this either, but given
yeah. no.
Fouls basically made him go into timeout more than once before, he's got that same look in his eye again.
Mhm.
You're casting command?
No, he can't. No, Foul can't cast command. He's just saying sit. Well, as he racks a shotgun with the threat of "you don't, I shoot."
Okay.
That's his turn.
Booyah. Now we go to Warden.
He wants to avoid hurting Wolfgar if you can help it,
God
but at
damn
the same time,
Sorry. Yeah, Warden.
She's going to go get the idiot that's sitting there listening to his music.
Oh, I'm here for it.
Upset, Raybar can't hear us. He has air.
Oh god, everything about this is amazing. Because Raybar's just like, I can build anything.
Raybar's having the time of his life. Warren's like, you fucking get over here. Also, I don't know if you meant to,
90.
Raybar, but you deleted your floor.
What?
That's foul.
no, that's for me. I did on purpose because I wanted to replace it with tile.
Ah, okay.
I
Yeah,
built mine above,
I'm the one with the Pueblo roof.
and I'm the you can tell
Gothic
it's mine.
house.
Yeah, I love it.
I wanted something less flammable for Foul's Forge for obvious reasons.
So did I.
Warden.
That is as far as I can go.
Okay, you're moving.
Action, bonus action, movement. That
Yep.
is literally as far as I can go, 90 feet.
Ulfgar. Another
All right.
threat to your god's purpose.
Yes. We clarified that I can cast a spell as an action and a bonus action, right?
Yes, as long as there's a bonus action spell. Yeah.
Oh no. I'm so sorry, Foul.
No, you're not.
Oh. Yeah, that's true, but okay, I'm so sorry myself. I'm gonna run a spell slot so quick. I don't want to run a spell slots, but alright.
You're gonna get a nap, it's fine.
You don't need to get a nap.
I get
Oh,
back
that's
in a
great.
full rest, but yes, I will go to rush this unbeliever. And
I love how much you sell it, Ulfgar. Full cap. Or, I mean, no cap.
I will use this wall for cover, but knowing that Hope had just gone outside, we will not rush from her grasp so easily, and I will send forth spirit guardians emanating forth 15 feet around me, creating difficult terrain.
You're seeing lights appear, Warden, as you're just vibing.
She's gonna shoot you, I hope you realize.
And you take that at the start of your turn. That's when you make the save and the thing. But that would be my action. And then again, using this wall for cover, I will again summon my spiritual weapon on top of
God damn.
Foul. And is it still at a higher level than I intended, Scott?
Spirit Gardens especially would be a higher level.
Oh, so both spirit guardians and spiritual weapon? Oh shit.
Things that are directly tied to your quote-unquote deity at this point,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Healing,
Okay.
that kind of thing. Things
I will
like-
roll the bonus d8 for that. So that would be 15 at the start of your turn, but I'll go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon as well.
Mm-hmm.
And attack foul with it.
Now, if he saves that DC,
It should be half damage if I make the save.
Yeah, it is half damage, I believe.
okay.
But does a 17 hit you, foul?
Nope.
Okay. All right, so I don't have to worry about the bonus damage yet, but yeah, I will take that. I don't know what the weapon for this one god would be, but we'll just say the hammer for Baranar again. Will go and try to strike at you, but not quite hit you. And that would be my turn.
Yeah. That's a bit
I
of
was
a
so here for all of this.
hope. You hear the smackdown happen.
Do I get hit? Do I get hit with shadow?
Yes.
Spiritual
Guardians,
guardians,
yes.
yes.
Okay, then I need to make. What saving throw is it?
Wisdom save. And it's a DC 15, actually.
DC
That's
15.
So
Okay, then I need to make
15, radiant damage.
a con save. Hope reappears. Yeah,
It's much
I gotta
better.
do minus 15 radiant damage. That hurts. 24 from 45.
And,
Not put fire right behind them.
and yeah, the 15 feet around me are difficult terrain. Or your speed movement speed is halved, I think. Yeah, essentially
Yes.
in that area.
So Hope is actually going to 5, and he's going to. He can't really do that. Can I peek around here without entering foul square? Or is that line
You-
of sight? Because all I need.
You would still be within melee technically.
Okay, but not like
Melee.
here
Yeah.
because of full cover.
Right.
Okay, then I'm actually going to. And I would not be okay. Yeah, Hope is just going to. One second, I have. Hope's gonna hang on to that, and in fact is going to. 5.
Well, each of those is 10.
Right. 10, 15. Sorry, I had a moment where I completely spaced out. And he is going to actually just hang on to Healing Light. Can I hold a bonus action? If I forego my regular action, can I hold a bonus
yeah,
action?
I
if
would say so.
Okay, then yeah, Hope is just going to keep Healing Light prepared for Foul looks like he gets hurt.
Raybar, you're still in your smithery.
You,
Doing your
you
smithery
hear
stuff.
whistling, and I'm just kind of, yeah.
Hey!
I'm pinging away. I'm reading. I'm working on the forge.
Yeah.
I need to make another. Is she yelling for me?
Yes.
Okay. Would I have to make another perception to see if I hear?
Yes, you'll have to make a perception at, and you probably won't.
If
still
not,
won't be
I
able
have
to
a
do
solution.
anything
Don't
this turn.
worry.
I know I'm getting an arrow in the ass, aren't I?
No, you're gonna get the bonking arrow.
But I'm gonna make the perception just to
Mm-hmm.
as my action.
You don't.
I love this.
A 9, yeah.
Same roll.
10, you probably
It's
would
the
have, but
same roll.
I saw 7 and 3. I was like, he doesn't.
So we're seeing Warden give Raybar the proctologist arrow.
Yep,
No, she's
pretty
using,
much.
she's using the bonking arrow. It's
that's
fine.
foul. You're
Yeah, the
up.
proctologist one, depending on where you aim. Let's see.
You gotta make a wisdom save, Foul.
Yep.
I thought it was a dexterity saving throw.
Wisdom for the
Okay.
Bird Guardians.
Spirit Guardians.
That's
So-
a failure. So 15
So,
radiant.
13.
That is straight up stone table. I love it.
Val just turns, narrows his eyes at Ulfgar, even as the radiant burns his flesh and his fur is smelling singed. Racks the shotgun, aims straight at Ulfgar's face, and just pulls the trigger twice. First one's going to be grit. I'm going to be burning for advantage.
So as the damage starts to tear into you, Hope's held action will go off, and you'll heal 11 that 15.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah.
Those are just manacles. That's not what I wanted.
All right, so first attack, gonna go with the advantage since that's the dead eye shot.
Mm-hmm.
Your
18 will just hit.
It'll hit.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh.
That was me.
13 damage. Second shot.
And just
25.
confirming, we did rule that close combat shotgun still was straight roll.
He has the gunner.
He has gunner.
Yeah.
So it's just like a crossbow expert.
Yeah,
He does.
I don't have disadvantage.
25 also hits.
Be worried if it didn't.
That'd be 12. Burning my action surge for 2 more attacks.
Go for it.
Sorry, Ulfgar.
That's a miss. That's a misfire.
Yep.
So the weapon breaks. He pulls his pistol using the bonus action from fighter.
Yeah.
His
Quick draw.
quick draw. So he pulls the trigger a third time. It jams. Instead of trying to fix it, he just tosses it aside, pulls the pistol from his shield, and aims at Ulfgar's face and fires again.
Go for it.
It's the same attack, so it's just a different damage roll. So I'll roll the damage after that.
That will hit also.
25.
Yep.
And that would be. Oh, that didn't do the damage. It's just a different roll. but-
Makeshift.
No, that
crane.
looks like
It's
it's the damage.
No,
Oh,
no,
never
it's-
mind. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
We'll roll
That's...
for the
It's-
damage with that one.
It's a D8, I'm pretty sure. It might be
Pistol's a
D6.
D10.
D10.
Pistol's a D10.
D10, 60, 240. I got the range wrong last time. That'd be another 11 damage.
Alrighty.
So that would be.
The 8 to hit.
Oh no, 25 to hit. It's 11 damage.
He was trying to roll the damage, and it was an accident roll.
Gotcha. I just saw that. Sorry.
So total of 25, 36 damage.
36 damage, and he is not looking too happy with Wolfgar.
Of course, not looking too happy with Foul either.
Val does not actually move, he just holds his position to make sure Wolfgar can't get past him to get to Hope.
Mhm.
Big old gate guard. Oh, actually, he does move, he just moves right here to block the doorway so that with the big tower shield he's carrying, Wolfgar can't even hope to aim at Hope.
Okay. And end of your turn. Before Warden goes, Ulfgar, you can take your legendary action if you want to make an attack.
Okay. I mean, Ulfgar's not in control, right? This is he's channeling a god, so I think he'll take the legendary action. Shit.
He has
What's-
legendary actions.
Yeah, I didn't know about this. What can I
Well,
do?
Shit.
I mean, when your followers have diminished a bunch, you can spend a lot more power per person. That is
Oh
enthralled.
wow, your god's dying. Good job.
No,
We
not-
haven't
not
even
her.
gotten to him yet.
The other one.
It's Hope's mother's god.
Oh, well.
And all of
still.
them are losing a whole bunch because they're fighting each other.
Right.
But that just means more power per the few, so it's gonna get more dangerous.
Did not like where my spears were set.
So, what can I take from my legendary action, Scott? What are the
Any
rules in turn?
attack action.
Okay. I'm still in melee range with with Foul, right? Okay.
Yep.
Can I attack with a spiritual weapon or just attack with my weapon?
You can attack. Also, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna take your legendary action away from you.
Aw.
I'm happy with this. I don't want to kill them.
I do have to also ask, just random question. Does Foul treating the door like this actually act as a sort of cover because
Wait,
he's using
what?
the door and the tower shield to block things off?
The god's will in this particular circumstance molds the manner to fit his design.
Oh, this is actually you, Scott. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh fuck.
That's the legendary
Oh.
action used. Warden. Now it's
Oh,
more of a
fuck.
test of wills if you can reverse this manipulation of the mansion.
I will go ahead and continue with the original plan, not aware of what's happening behind me, so
Going in to beat Raymar's ass in the middle of combat. I love it.
I see him just kind of sitting there. I have an open shot. I'm going to equip a walloping arrow,
Very
and
well.
I'm gonna bonk him on the back of the head.
Make your attack.
Watch this be a crit and he goes unconscious.
It hits.
Oh, so close to the crit.
It's bludgeoning, not
11.
lethal.
Yeah, it's bludgeoning.
bludgeoning damage.
It's bludgeoning, not lethal.
But it's a sneak attack, though.
Get off your fucking ass!
Oh my god, it
We
would be a
need-
sneak attack. So I take an extra 5 because I'm not paying it fucking attention.
Yeah.
You're unknown to me. I'm working. Ah. What the fuck?
Get off your fucking ass! Ulfgar's got crazy again.
So. Alright, it's. I don't know when my turn is, but probably.
With Warden's turn being done, it's Ulfgar.
Hey.
I'm sorry, but I'm not.
Scott, I do have a question.
Yes.
We have the ability to manipulate the mansion at will.
Mm-hmm.
Can I manipulate it in combat?
Yes. That's what the prison was for.
Over here.
We'll probably step up to Foul and simply say, those were some fine blows. But I have fate propelling me. And what do you have, cat? And take his spiritual weapon and again attack down with it.
What the heck?
So just trapped in a box.
That's a 12. I'm not gonna hit.
Fuck you.
Val just bashes it away with the shield.
And how bad does Foul look at the moment?
He looks actually pretty healthy after Hope healed almost all the damage.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right.
And
In that case,
as Ulfgar says, "What do you have?" Val just looks down at the pistol and then looks him in the eye. A gun.
Oh god.
Call an ambulance.
But not for me.
for me.
Pretty much same energy.
well, with that, Ulfgar will then instead focus his action to healing himself.
Okay.
Gonna go ahead and burn a 4th level cure wounds on myself.
So it's a 5th level cure wounds.
Yep.
Oh shit, that's right.
Mm-hmm. And for future reference, you have 2 legendary resistances and 1 legendary action.
Go to like basically auto succeed a save.
Yep. If you fail, you can choose to succeed.
So yeah, that's
Did you really only get 5 off of a 5th level cure wounds?
no 31 is what I got.
We see.
Oh yeah,
right.
a higher level cast.
26 and then 5. Okay.
I was like 5? That's
That means you rolled
awful.
one on top of that.
It goes to his max HP.
I'm still looking pretty hurt even with that healing, but not quite full. But
It's okay. We'll change that.
Yeah, Oka will step up.
Rack
have-
shotgun.
and again, go back to staying in cover, engaged with Foul, but using the wall as cover as well.
And
And
The funny thing is, it doesn't help him as much as he thinks, given Foul's
Yeah.
proficiencies.
no, I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about everyone else. In this case, Ulfgar is worried about anyone else firing at him.
well, you may not have to worry about Hope, as Hope you feel the wall is closing in around you.
Oh God.
Give me 10 seconds, okay? I gotta go let my wife to the house. However, I will leave you with this meme, Foul.
So let's continue on while he's away.
Yep. So you are being trapped, and apparently, the force of will that a god has is a little bit stronger than what you guys have, so it's hard to surpass this prison. This is not a good place to fight a god, or a limb of it. So, Raybar, you're awake. You're here. You know something's going on.
Okay, I'm back.
I have the ability to manipulate my castle, right?
Yep.
All right. This is gonna be fun, because we're just gonna move this wall there,
Easy peasy.
and as I'm doing that, you know the ha 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 ha. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're starting it. As I hop over my tables and my forge. Actually, I have to measure. I can go 30 feet. This is gonna let measure correctly. 30 feet. Then action. I don't need a pole position. I'm gonna attempt something. I'm gonna attempt to we're going there. I'm gonna attempt to manipulate. I know this is probably gonna be a check because I'm going against a will. I'm gonna try to manipulate this wall to disappear.
This wall specifically? Okay. That's not being
That wall.
purely focused on, so you can.
All right, or not disappear, but move out of my way.
Sure.
You gave me the ability to make my own sight lines. Oh god, I don't want to move the floor.
I got
I'll
it.
fix- I'll fix
Just
that
continue
later.
with your turn.
Oh my god, I'm just trying to get out of build mode.
The struggle.
Thank you. All right, I believe that gives me a clear line of shot of Wolfguard, does it not?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna take. We'll do 2 shots to begin with. 2 shots.
Do I have cover from the table?
I don't think he cares about that little bit of cover.
Okay.
I've got a sniper rifle.
Yeah. His headshot.
So-
Yeah, he'll pierce right through those books.
First shot,
That won't.
17. That hits.
That doesn't.
That doesn't. All right. Second shot.
That will.
All right. We're gonna do damage on that one.
Ooh, you rolled good.
Alrighty. And then action surge. And on this one, I'm gonna spend a grip to advantage. So 17 doesn't hit.
Damn.
Alright. Fuck it.
It's part of your attack action, so you still get 2 more. You still got 1 more.
Yeah, I know. And I'm gonna double violent shot.
Oh,
So that
this
puts
went
my
real
misfire.
well last time.
This puts my misfire at 6. Remember, this puts my misfire at 6.
That will hit.
Oh. So I get to do 3d12 plus 4.
Nice.
3d12.
So glad that my only
plus
contribution to the fight is waking Raybar the hell up.
I mean,
The only
it did.
contribution is
21.
technically you're the only one that committed friendly fire here.
1-1.
Ooh, and that breaks my concentration as well.
You
So,
have
no more-
legendary, you have legendary resistance to Raybar.
Or
Oh,
Ulfgar.
that's
Ulfgar.
right. I will.
But that's
use my legend-
21 piercing,
I will
also
use
for
my
damage.
legendary resistance. Let's keep that concentration up.
All right.
What was that concentration on?
Spiritual Guardians.
Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guardians. Not spiritual. Yeah. So I did what? 21 plus 14, so 35 damage total.
And at the end of your turn, I guess I'll take my legendary action.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go ahead and inflict wounds on Foul. That doesn't get upcast, right?
I think.
That doesn't what?
Does inflict wounds get upcast?
I would say no.
Yeah, makes sense. So level 1.
How does
Are
that?
you already
feel?
running dry on spell slots?
I am not. This is the start of the day for me, but I will miss badly.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
No, I need.
I'll just go and
Distraction.
grab some of the wall, reeling from the blow from Raybar, and yeah, completely miss on Foul.
Fuck! I did forget to do something. It would have been more damage. You would have taken 7 more damage if I remembered to do something.
It's all good. Live and learn.
Didn't pop wings.
I think it's Foul's turn next.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
After Raybar, it's Foul. Then it's Warden. Yep.
I need you to make the save again.
All right. Wisdom, right?
Damn.
Well, I mean, he's
24
kind of
radiant.
caged in, so 24.
Did I take out almost the entire healing that you just did?
I think you took out more than the healing I just did.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Foul is not a person to go up against toe to toe.
Foul just looks calmly at Raybar, steps out, doesn't even try to get away from the freaking radiant thing, aims a pistol at him again. Bang. He says that as he fires twice, just for the extra disrespect.
Bang.
Yeah, that's a
Oh
hit.
no! Oh wait, that's a wisdom save. I'll shut the fuck up. I thought that was another misfire.
That would be 6,
That's a miss.
and the second one misses.
That's a success.
I'm gonna burn my second wind. That would be 1d10 plus fire level, so 1d10 plus 7.
Felt good to hit that fire.
For some reason, I thought we were level 8.
Yeah, dude. If we were level 8, I
That's 11 HP.
would have done more damage. I might have.
And that'll be his turn.
Okay. Warden.
I move.
Scott, something tells me you were not prepped
So,
for this.
someone
And I don't mean that in a
marked
bad
out
way.
that location that I went to, so I don't have to count that out again.
Yeah. Let me pull my marker. I was gonna just do that, but
Oh yeah. Yep.
That is literally all I can do this turn.
hey, you woke up a beast, so you poked a
Yeah.
bear.
Can I try getting rid of one of the walls for next turn, or
Which wall are you looking to get rid of?
that one?
I would say so. Yeah.
Any check for that, or
No, you just do it because
Nobody's exerting their
Ulf.
will
Yeah.
on it.
Once Ulfgar actually exerts his opinion on this, then it's probably set in stone.
okay? That be it.
Then Ulfgar.
Scott, quick
Not-
thing. So with the space that Foul just vacated, I remember to step into that area.
Which area?
Fast
Like in
blind.
this corner.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
It's not friendly space that you're trying to move through.
that's true.
If you do that, Val's just going to put a few bullets in you.
You don't get an attack opportunity because I don't leave.
No, you don't. Yeah, you don't leave.
Yeah, it's more of an
range.
athletics check. You can shove him aside as a
That's
shoving
an action.
attack, but
You give up your action for that.
Yeah, like or I could shove him prone and still go there. Is that a thing that I can do, or
Shove him down
or
and then-
nudging from the god, you could just extend the barrier.
all right? I will first try to shove him to the ground and get him submitted, and then realizing that I cannot, I will instead then extend the barrier to give me cover in my back, so I don't get shot by these traitors.
God damn it.
Scott, I'm not gonna lie. This mechanic is super fucking fun.
No, I'm
Fighting.
here for it.
Fighting in a demiplane, being able to manipulate the environment like this, like it creates so much more creativity in fighting.
Yep.
Sadly, Val's
That's
just
what
isn't
Tail Spiders
exactly creative in comparison.
Is that my action to do so?
That would be bonus action just to because it's just a thought.
Yeah, I mean it's fine to. In that case, I will actually just blow my action. So because my bonus action is more valuable in this case, because
Very well.
spiritual weapon, which technically has a better chance to hit than I do, but hasn't been. And then again, try to bring the hammer down on Foul.
Nat 20.
Well, yeah.
It hits.
So 15 force damage as I try to bring the hammer down on you. And
Val's actually starting to look pretty hurt.
that will be my turn.
Hey, does Hope's house not have a roof on it?
Nope.
Let's go.
Val's area? No, I'm not done with it.
No hope.
No, Hope.
Oh.
Doesn't have a roof.
So it is my turn then?
After Ulfgard's Hope. Oh yeah, you're back.
So, yeah, I'm back. Hope is going to force his will onto this wall, and to help it along, thunder wave into it.
Make a charisma check. And Ulfgard do the same, but add 5.
Okay. I do have on my check right now saved.
Oh, what was that?
Check or save?
Save, but add 5.
Okay. So that would be a 20.
Yeah.
Is it a 5, or is it +5 removing his modifier, or is it 7? This is modifier now.
Removing his modifier, so it's a. Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
It's
Still,
a plus
it's
3.
So 18.
Does my thunder wave help help that?
Unfortunately,
Because he's
not.
like doing it in tandem.
Yeah, unfortunately not. It's a very mental thing, not a physical effect.
Okay. 1 second, because the sheet's being stupid. Okay.
Now, if you were to, if another character were to also put their will against him, they could add both rolls to 1 check.
I don't know where hope is, or else I
That's a cool-
would.
Yeah, if we knew Hope was in there.
Yeah.
Well, I know what I'm
you
doing
do.
next turn.
Raybar.
Alright, bonus action wings. And I'm going to fly straight up 30 feet.
It's upon doing this that you realize after the wings are out, you can fly in the mansion.
I can what?
You can fly in the mansion.
We all can.
Yeah.
We can all fly in the mansion?
Oh yeah.
Oh my fuck.
It's only
How does
after.
that make me special?
It's only after poofing this out that you discover this.
Oh, I discovered this.
Yes.
Like we didn't know, and by doing this, it was like the inciting event.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well,
Okay,
I'm still gonna
'cause-
fly straight up 30 feet.
Let Val know, and he's gonna just zoom away and
Actually,
just rain sniper shots from above.
Y'all, up.
15 feet that way, up. Does it give me 60 or 30? I forget. 30. Okay.
Unf-
Uh,
yeah.
30 that way. Can someone mark that for me?
Yeah, hang on.
No. Still don't have line of sight, I don't think.
Oh shit!
No.
I did not mean to grab you.
You would
Careful,
have
boy.
to be like, with him being beside the wall, you have to be like on top of the wall to look down and see him.
I'm going to say,
Dwarf.
let's try to remove that thing that's around there. I don't know if anybody built that, but it seems to be in the fucking way. I'm going to exert my will onto the wall that is protecting Ulfgar.
Okay. Would you like to hold your action for the will check for someone else to do it in tandem with you, or just try solo it?
I was talking to Warden, so yeah, I'll hold.
Hold for Warden. Okay. Foul.
Actually, at the end of
Oh yeah, actually.
Raybar's turn, I'll take my legendary action again.
Mm-hmm.
This is brutal. I love this. This is so fucking metal, and I love every bit of it.
And then, can I use my special weapon to attack?
Yep.
All right, let's go for it.
Punk.
I'm just genuinely curious what happened here.
So that's
Definitely.
11,
He created a prison around you.
11 more force damage, and then I'll go ahead and roll my Spirit Guardians again.
Yeah, he created a prison around you and the walls are closing in.
I didn't roll so well this time, so it's only be 11 if you don't make.
Start of Faust's turn then. Let's
Mhm.
see. Wisdom.
Yep.
Yeah, he takes 8 damage. He's actually looking pretty hurt now.
You'll take the 11. 'cause
Yeah,
the
it's
higher
11.
level.
Yeah, he's looking really hurt, like 1/10 of his former self.
Ooh. It's okay, I'm looking. Oprah's looking
do
very-
anything about it.
Hey, we don't use fractions here. We use bunnies.
Okay, and an entire herd of rabbits, the fox got loose.
You're right. Okay.
I am a 1 Zelda heart away from death.
Pretty much. But actually, instead of retreating like anyone would, he's actually going to take a few tricks from Ulfgar's book.
And
Granted,
Oprah's looking badly hurt as well, just so you know.
yeah, but he's going to take a few tricks from Ulfgar's book, go, watch this. And he's going to try to pretty much bring a pillar up about 60 feet, 70 feet, if he can make that much in a turn.
I would say 20 or 30 feet.
Okay, so
pillar.
say 3 tiles up, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
And you're doing it inside yourself?
No, he's instead of inside himself, he's trying to bring it up from below, lifting himself in the same.
Lifting. Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's trying. I just don't have the ability
Oh,
to token at the same time.
You're so. That's.
does that make it forced movement technically?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
wondering that too.
That's what he's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it
So it
puts him
wouldn't
out of
be-
the range of the angel thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
So
don't-
forced
you don't
movement means he wouldn't get an opportunity, right?
As the stone surfaces, it's a swing naturally, but with a outcropping in the pillar itself, stops him from doing so.
And with this, he's just going to aim down and once again, bang bang.
Isn't this an action to do the outcropping though?
Bonus action.
Bonus
is what we
action.
heard.
Bonus action for manipulation.
Yeah.
18 hits.
If someone's,
I'm exerting will, so it's an action.
Oh,
Yeah.
If it's exerting will, then
Wait, is Foul exerting will in this case, or is he
I mean,
just creating something?
he's
if
just
you're
creating.
if you're creating something, it's just a bonus action to think about it. If you're trying to destroy someone else's thing or go against their own will, it's more of an action.
No, he's not trying to destroy anything. He was trying to take advantage of any
Yep.
lesser
So that's a
concentration.
bonus.
Also, I'm gonna
And then
just
we have
Ooh.
a crit.
That might knock me down.
It's a
9.
Enough.
That's enough.
Yep.
Does
And
that
you
mean
get a
that his-
grit, Foul.
you get a grip back.
Yep.
As the light fades from Ulfgar's eye, the combat is over. Ulfgar, you're back up with 1 hit point, but you're yourself again.
I'm gonna fix. Just out of as soon as we get out of combat, I'm gonna fix Hope's house.
Hang on. Am I still trapped?
You are, but since there is no god enforcing its will upon it, you can poof disappear.
As soon as it looks like Ulfgar's knocked down, Fal's actually going to just slide down the pole and immediately go to both check Ulfgar's wounds and also to knock him out if he has any sign of glow left.
Okar will immediately toss his weapons and his shield away from him as he kind of just wakes up.
Fal just keeps the pistol at the ready, even as he's checking on Ulfgar. You need medic.
House.
No, lad.
Hope exhales heavily. Never thought I'd get claustrophobic like that.
Hope,
It's at this moment that realization dawns on Hope's face. That
Hope.
wasn't your fault.
Mother, praise to All Mother.
Yeah.
I just remembered about that.
Yeah, don't go connecting with someone who's connected with a god. Lesson learned.
We learned that Hope's mom is zealotized.
Yep.
Which means my mother. This just gets worse.
Fal
You guys are assholes.
With the wings still out, I'm gonna walk over just for the last little bit and go, "Hey, Warden, you want to freak them out?"
She'll flip the bird at Raybar.
Think up. And I'm just gonna float up and back into my house.
Think.
Oh my god.
What the
What?
fuck does that mean? Up?
Just please tell me Warden starts floating up when she says up.
Like the
Please.
brooms in Harry Potter.
Down, 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 down.
Smack!
I'll take bludgeoning damage for that. I don't care.
Just 1 point. You're only like 5 feet off.
Hey.
This is the best thing I've ever done.
Down, 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 down. Do I hear Warden hit the wood? I was gonna say pavement, but it's not pavement.
There's things going on over there, but
Alright, if it shows up that I took a long rest, I need to reset my health.
After checking on Ulfgar, just make sure he isn't bleeding out. Fal's just going to wander back towards his place. Just continue working on it.
Look how we all finish this and just dip.
you also notice in the very far tower a certain blue-fired bearded man with popcorn. Just watching it all go down.
Sam.
What?
I think
Fal is
Hope.
definitely not looking at all that healthy, by the way. He's at 6 HP out of 60.
Hope is gonna reach his hands out to you, Fal, and you're going to be my like it was last time.
So, you're welcome.
You gain 10 hit points.
He looks a little healthier.
You guys are very welcome. I helped out so much.
Fal just raises a brow at that, then remembers he forgot his shotgun, goes and retrieves it, then walks back. Need to fix as he wanders back off.
Mind explaining what the fuck happened?
Sending had worked before with Ulfgar. Apparently, my mother worships Ilmater, which I had forgotten about because it's been so long.
How do you forget what deity your mother worships?
I never exactly discussed it with my mother.
Yeah, it wasn't a big
That
thing in the
doesn't
household.
change the fact that you were probably grown up with it.
Keep building my bedroom.
It's
Am I the only one that had a good relationship with my family?
no, I didn't have a poor relationship with family. We did not discuss it because we disagreed.
Ulfgar, looking bloodied as he does, walk up to Warden. Hope is a lot at this moment. Be kind.
No, I don't want to. You just tried to kill us, apparently. Again.
The blame lies with me then, not with Hope.
No, it doesn't lie with you. You do speak some truth, Warden. I'm gonna go think.
Can we just stop? Like, let's try to avoid doing anything super special relating to the gods or people that are related to the gods until we at least figure out what the hell is going on.
Well,
Fair?
you could just convert to my religion.
I'm not going to worship you as a god.
What is your religion, Sam?
Well, let's see.
Is it the spaghetti monster?
No,
I swear to God,
it's
if
the
Sam was a
flying
pastafarian,
pasta monster.
Sam was a pastafarian.
He is a pastafarian.
I
Versus
somehow
pastafarian.
knew it.
I'm going to draw my bow and hit next to his window to spook him.
Hope is just not gonna say anything more. He's just gonna go into his room, shut the door quietly.
While the lad goes to think, I think I'm gonna go to drink. And Ulfgar also
That's right.
goes past Warden.
There it is.
I'm just going to go fuck myself, I guess. Thanks, everyone. Real
As
confidence boosters.
if that's actually within Fal's earshot, he's just gonna say, "Ask Raybar."
Do you want to roll perception to see if you heard that?
I am
Yes,
going to roll
I'm gonna roll
perception to see if
perception
I
for
heard that. I did not hear that.
Well,
As Val calls that out, we'll say, bonds are much needed, lass.
I'm always joking here.
I am going to just walk up and clonk him on the back of the head for his last hit point.
Gotta go.
No, wait, non-lethally?
Non-lethally.
The invisible
was a
servants take him back to his room, to his bed.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that
bonk.
hits.
Bonk. And she just walks away angrily. You deserve that one.
Ulfgar, you are gently and comfortably taken by a cloud of air to your bed.
Probably for the best.
Yep. So,
Probably for the best.
now then, that's over with. You've got about 4, well, you got like 2 or 3 more days till you get to, I'm not thinking, not Southern Sapphire, Trappist's Cove, right? Yeah.
Travis's Cove?
Edwin's Cove.
Evans Cove. Yeah, Trappist is someone else. He's another adventurer. He has his own cove. Edwin's Cove. What is anybody wanting to do anything specific before you arrive?
Fal wants to take some time, see if there's actually any scrap metal he can take out of the area, of the Castle Wall area, and see about refitting his shield and fixing up his weapon. Since he's not doing it in combat, he's going to be taking his sweet time to make sure he can do all the repairs needed to fix the shotgun.
So the ship itself doesn't really have anything you can use. Everything in the mansion disappears when you bring it out. So it's everything that you have carried within.
Okay, so depending on the nature of the damage or the jam, he might be able to fix it, might not. Since it isn't like he tried to force it and blew it up or anything. It just jammed and he stopped
Yeah.
using it.
Yeah, he didn't fail the Tinker's check, so it's just
Okay. As long as you didn't do that, then yeah, it's easy peasy fix for. a
Yeah,
couple days.
he he didn't try to brute force it because he wasn't about to try to break a weapon when he had backup.
You're good.
So just point of order. Hope's charisma is going up by 2 each long rest till it reaches back to its normal. Because I imagine we're probably long resting him after
Yes.
this.
So after those days, you would get back to your natural state.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to try to kind of look at my bow and see if I can understand it better during the couple days.
What are you trying to do exactly?
I'm trying to see if I can figure out a way to expand the holster of arrows.
Okay. Without, because unfortunately not. See, the enchantment is attached to the quiver. You would have to destroy the quiver, thereby the enchantment to extend it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she'll spend the couple days figuring that out first, and then because she is not particularly smart whenever it comes to enchanting.
You notice there's a whole bunch of runes across it that don't have any magic to them. And it's probably the nature of this thing to get enchanted under some extreme circumstances.
Okay.
When you see here. Oh, that is like steam. Oh no, that's just a mantle. Okay.
Ulfgar will ask Sam if he has any type of concoction that can be injected to knock someone unconscious.
Now we think in the good thoughts.
Oh, right. That also reminds me. I would like to, instead of making normal arrowheads, I would like to use some of my expended arrows to attach some of Sam's potions to them from the Kobolk fight.
Okay. Attaching very large bulbous objects to the tip of him is going to make it very difficult to shoot at any range.
Can I try to split them up so it's not those old bottles, but something different?
You would have to do a whole bunch of tinkering for that. Because, it is
Can I ask
possible. You could do it. It would just take some, blown glass that is specifically arrowhead shaped or, cylindrical to attach to the tip of it.
See what you're saying. It makes it very less aerodynamic.
Yes, it's possible, but you would need to actually build something to be usable as a tip.
Dousing the arrow in the liquid wouldn't do us any favors, would it?
No, it has to be like a strong oil kind of thing
Okay.
to douse weapons in it.
Furniture. Desk.
Yeah.
That's a weapons desk. I don't even need a weapons desk.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
got-
we can
yeah.
move.
Ulfgar
Has
asked Sam if he has any type of thing that can be injected to knock someone unconscious.
Well, yes, so I do have something that'll work. And he escorts you deep into his layer of magic and potions, and not a lot of good smells in there, and a couple of really good smells as he mixes up his soap making and his potion area. It shouldn't work, really shouldn't work, but it does. This little thing, and he points to a little vine that's growing in the back. That will do it. It'll just take a couple years for it to ferment.
Couple years, not something that can do in the moment.
Yeah. Well, if you bring me some really strong alcohol, we're talking, yeah, giant level. Yes. If you get, because this little beanstalk grows on alcohol, and the more strong, the more condensed the alcohol becomes in the berries. So if you slap them with it or inject them into their body, coat an arrow with it, boom, instant alcohol level of my usually night off.
At this, for the first time, Ulgar feels confident and competent. You want some alcohol brewed? Back in Friesmont, I was known as a master brewer, in fact.
Well, to be fair, it's not the quality, it's the quality.
What?
I'll see
Damn,
what I
he
can
just
do about
fucking
this.
insulted the shit out of you.
Meaning, it doesn't need to taste good, it just needs to be powerful enough to set a dwarf running for the hills.
Yeah. A dwarf running for the hills is a tough ask indeed. They have hardy constitutions, but I'll see what I can do, Sam. I'll see what I can do. And Ulfgar will dedicate his days to this problem.
Okay. Making alcohol strong enough to pretty much kill a light-weighted person.
You're drinking it.
Do not give it to Hope.
Yeah.
That's first order of business, though.
Yeah, he's got a taste test.
Yes.
So
You
he's
saw
mean,
what a
Hope-
swig of ale did to this poor kid.
All I'm saying is Hope's already cursed. What's one more?
Yep.
So,
Shit.
I'm not
should I
gonna
make
lie.
a brewer supplies check, Scott? Or
Yes.
alright. Can I have guidance for this? Or...
It's a long process. Short-term guidance probably wouldn't work.
Sure.
Yeah, lots of
Just
steps.
constant casting of guidance.
Yeah, it would be like basically have to do it every 6 seconds. I don't think that makes sense for me to
It
do.
would slow you down considerably.
Or every minute, but yeah.
Do I make a
What-
torture room?
What attribute will it be?
No.
based
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
if
dude,
you want to.
on? Sorry, what'd you say?
Talking to me.
About the torture room, you can make a dungeon in here for captive people and everything.
What attribute will the brewer supplies be based on?
I would say, for this one check, well, for this one time, that would be Constitution.
Perfect. That's my highest stat
Yeah.
And you're proficient too?
in brewers. Yeah. That's a 14.
You make it strong. Moonshine, back alley didn't reduce it all, and it would set you on your it would set you on your back, but it's not quite what Sukan Sam wants. It would, yeah. He wants deadly amounts of alcohol to give to this plant to, yeah.
Okar will offer it to Sam, hear the rejection, and then instead consume it.
Consume it, damn.
That will probably make you pass out, but drowning in your failure.
Not the first time.
It definitely won't be the last.
But does anybody else wish to do anything before we head there?
Hope is going to pour over the notes he kept about the arcane. He had taken an interest to celestial beings and the afterlife and everything to do with it. Is there any common thread he can find poring over his old notes back from home?
Between what?
Between the various different
You broke up.
between the various different afterlives the gods keep.
Okay, so yeah, basically, this is pretty basic. Each god has power of their own plane of existence, and part of when you offer up your soul and belief to a god is you make the tie, you make the tether between you and that god. So when you go to the afterlife, you get naturally put into their area. The Kalimvor is the god of the dead. So if you aren't obviously tied to a god, he has a little bit more power where you go. So that's where the judgment goes into play. He judges you were, okay, you're going down to the 9 hells. You are not a good person. Or look, you were really great. You didn't believe in this god, but we'll make a pass for you. Even though you weren't part of this god's religion, you followed his teachings so well that you go with him. If you snip the thread between you and deities and make your own path, you are outside Kalimvor's area of influence, so he can't judge you, he can't place you where to go, so you are left on your own.
He doesn't even have a site in that quote unquote transaction. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, to top that off, when it comes to the idea of souls, soul jars, lichdom and things like that, how does that tie in? Or would I not have that kind of knowledge yet?
I mean, from basic readings and basic knowledge, because, there's a bunch of liches in history that are like, okay, this lich had his body corroded over time. You shouldn't be a lich. This lich went mad because of eternity. Don't be a lich. Like, there's a bunch of those lessons kind of things. So you would realize, making the connection, a lich would have made a warped, wrong, evil version of the true cleric, true paladin path of having your own soul instead of dedicated to a nothingness, put into a object or something.
And is that where like Archlich comes in, where it kind of fits the same idea of true paladin, but it's in a bit of a different?
Yes, but takes a whole bunch of magic and a whole bunch of evil magic as well.
Okay, but it ends up leaving them as they are. Okay.
On their own, yeah.
I guess
Oh.
one last question before I'm ready to continue, unless you were gonna continue down this path a little bit more.
Go ahead.
Would Hope have anything relating to the Fae in his library?
I don't see why he wouldn't, because Fey deities are a thing, but they're probably seldom known at most.
Yeah,
Would he tell us about it?
I would say you wouldn't have anything from the Fays
On
precisely.
the Fey specifically? Okay.
Yeah, it's a different dimension with different rules, different everything. It wouldn't actually,
Could I request it from the servants?
The servants don't have any knowledge in books. They're
I was hoping that was going to be okay.
Yeah, no.
Or rather, I
They're
figured that was going to be
mindless,
the
yeah.
case.
Mindless servants.
Damn it.
But you're going to a town. Who knows?
Everyone is welcome in my castle. If they want to be.
Hope is going to slam the Book of Shadows shut and exit his room and yawn. At this point, he's just kind of biding time, researching, and that'll be probably what he does until we reach our...
Rayber's just constantly making changes to his castle
Dude.
because he doesn't know what he wants.
Do I have any more dreams?
Not yet.
I forgot one thing, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
On an empty page in my Book of Shadows, not being used for anything, I'm just gonna kind of write absent-mindedly, "What are you?"
Ooh. Seems like it's playing with fire.
Hope's not expecting
am.
Hope's not expecting a response, but he's doing it anyway, just as he's like thinking.
Let's see. Let me look up something right now.
Oh boy, he's looking something up. You fuck with fire.
Who wants to see my torture room?
No one.
Why do you have a torture room?
That's
got
where he gets his
bored.
jollies.
I was gonna make a joke, but I probably should not.
With this group, do it.
No, not on recording.
Not knowing we're being recorded.
Okay, so the specific words you used were, "Who are you?" Did you sign it or anything?
I thought it was-
No, he did not give a name. He's just said who.
Yeah, probably don't give a name
Okay.
to a Fae.
We know what happens there.
We have an example of
Hope,
what happens.
Hope has been warned, so he knows better.
Nothing happens. that you know of, that you're aware of.
He just tilts his head to the side and then takes out a journal and just continues to write down notes. His notes are not akin to a madman's per se, but his handwriting's frankly terrible. So if anyone were to look in this journal, they might glean a few things. Like, afterlife seems to be tied to gods, specific realm of the gods.
Yeah.
How to make a connection with true paladins, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I will say, with Warden's information and with some basic knowledge of the Fae, just from, like, this is basic. Everything revolves around, all the power can revolve around true names and everything. So asking a Fae what their name is or who are they can be a very insulting thing to do. Or personal. Yeah. Which is
Hope knows
probably
that.
why the Fae that gets itches of their name is kind of poking back at Warden.
Ah, okay.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense now.
And Hope would know that. He's gonna turn back around to his book again.
Ooh, not a cot. Oh,
Where
I need a
are
guest
you?
room.
It's the next thing he writes on the page.
Roll for persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay.
You beat a 20, and they did not. So. The response comes in etchy, weird handwriting that you are familiar with. Where's my skeleton?
Hope's eye cocks heavily. He was not, frankly, respecting or expecting a response. Where's my... Wait. Hope's gonna think back to the old ruins that he found his casting focus in.
That would explain it.
That's not where the writing comes from. The writing that is distinct in its indistinction is from a certain journal that you guys still have.
Wait.
What?
Wait a minute, no fucking way.
It's not in my Book of Shadows.
It's in my book. It's in my book of necromantic thingies.
Okay.
Remember the skeleton that wouldn't die? That's all I'm gonna say. That's my thinking.
Oh yeah, that's my
That's-
thinking too. You're fine.
That's where I was going with the we're fucked.
So that "Where's my skeleton" doesn't come up in my book. Is that
No,
correct?
it came up in your book, but
It's referring to the one that the skeleton we encountered before.
Hope's gonna write back. The one before.
Nothing.
Nothing.
you get a carpet for the bedroom.
He is mildly confused. And we'll bring this up to the others once we reach Edwin's Cove. Because I don't want to hold back from it anymore. And we've got more than enough time to talk about it. And that's all I want to do. So if anybody else wants to do something, go for it.
The Val is pretty much dedicated to setting up shop as well as fixing his weapons for the entire time. Once the weapons are fixed, he's going to be looking for stuff to salvage, but I'm finding that there isn't much to actually work with that he's allowed to take out of the mansion area. He's just going to settle in for the time being.
Okay. So,
Ooh, what should I put?
what was that?
I'm talking to myself, trying to figure out what chair to put in the guest room.
Fair enough. The days pass with no further craziness or, possessions. Keeping your noses down, hoping that no mad scientist or mad god comes to find and kill you, or mad fate,
A lot
you
of things.
arrive. And everyone go to the main campaign.
Okay.
Oh, we need to go to the main building?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to go to the main campaign. Good thing I just kind of finished it. I needed to add a couple more lights, but my house is almost done.
I accidentally just deleted a wall of your house.
My house?
Yeah, so I was trying to get out of something and I accidentally grabbed the wall and deleted it.
I'll fix it real
Let's
quick.
see,
Hang on.
which map do we want to be on? Or
Fetching.
I think I came out with a pretty
oh,
decent building.
damn.
As you
Jesus.
arrive at Edwin's Cove, the swampy village, packed
Swamp
to
village?
gills. Yes. Packed to the gills, full of all crazy manner of people. This is the swampland where the lizard folk live, and where Warden grew up. And as the ship is pulling in, there's distrust in all their faces. Some things have been happening, but when they say that you guys are not immediately firing holy fire down upon them all, the guards relax a bit. However, Warden, as you arrive here, you're hit with a vision. A waking vision that your eyes look past all the trees, far into the swamp, farther than you've ever been, and there, where the water's frozen into rippling cascades of dark glass, a palace rises from the swampland. Palace of glass. And the feeling of a long, slender, bony finger made of glass crinking into a gesture of come here.
Not on Edwin's Cove.
And we end tonight's session there.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh,
no.
She
Oh
calls.
no.
Also, I'm just staring at the water.
I'm just staring at. You have to switch to the other board.
I
The
did
swamp.
switch to the other
Oh,
one.
you did? Yeah, I got waiting on GM currently.
Let me put
I go to some Gemin.
What?
Yeah,
Sunk of
no.
Geddon?
Yep.
Oh, I went to Swamp Village.
Sorry, yeah. I fetched you all to the...
Oh, that's this board.
Right? Jesus. It's so
This
amazing.
fucking board.
Yes, the... Let's see. Octo Jesus, I think, is the name of the creator, and probably one of the best boards I've ever seen. Yep, this is where you guys will be hanging out for the next little bit as you resupply and get some equipment. This is a fully fledged, almost city. It's just called a village because it is sprawling and there's no kind of central area. But this lines the coast, and yeah, there are blacksmiths and everything.
we want Swamp Village.
No, with
Geminid?
Sunk Geminid is what I'd say.
Oh, okay.
Geminide? Maybe?
I'll change the name later.
Oh, holy shit. This map.
Yeah. This is Table Spire at its peak. And I will
All right.
start recording now.